something.
Oh, lovely jubbly. Right, okay. Even my dog knows something's going down. Look at this. Right on cue. Doggo, front and centre. She knows who
She's
the
the
star
star
of the
of the show.
Absolutely. I've even, as you've seen in Discord, she's got her own personal emoji now.
Yeah, I saw.
She has her own personal emoji for those of you that are members. But as I have just turned the camera on, it's probably only polite of me to say hello to everyone. And thank you for everyone who's piled in nice and early to the stream. It seems as though there's quite a few of you, actually. I act surprised every time that so many of you turn up when you do. So thank you very much for coming along. Today is a particularly special stream. For those regulars that have tuned in, you know that I don't typically tend to stream during the week. I keep it to weekends, mainly because of work, family, and other bits and bobs. But given that we have today, well, when I woke up this morning, I had a notification on my phone from YouTube to say that we'd hit 1,000 subscribers at 2 a.m. UK time. So it was a lovely, lovely message to wake up to. And yeah, it's all thanks to you guys, really. Couldn't have done it without you guys. This little corner of the Warhammer community, as I called it earlier on, it's all down to you guys having subscribed. I don't know what it is that I've done differently to anyone else to have managed to gain 1,000 subs as quickly as I have done in the space of 6 months. But it seems as though that you like the sound of my voice for some strange reason, and it is strange.
We all know it's not the Welsh accent.
It's well, it's definitely not that, because I'm not Welsh, funnily enough. I'm from London, so it's definitely not that. However, yeah.
How long have you lived there? You've got to have picked up at least a few idioms.
Oh yeah, when I first moved here, my accent from London was far stronger than it is now. But I've been here 14 years, I want to say. Yeah, 14 years, 15 next April. So yeah, but yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's tuned in nice and early. I should probably go through the chat very quickly before we begin to say hello to those of you who have tuned in. Sleety being first in the chat, welcome, thank you very much. I did see a comment as I was setting up that you'd sent it from your some sort of mechanic from your car, which you go on to say which is not dangerous at all. Of course not. Absolutely not. And then we have a very, very kind donation, or should I say super chat from Alderzone, one of the mods, both in Discord and on the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for sending in, I want to say that's €5. I want to say that's €5. I'm not up to date on the currencies across the globe, but I should be, considering we were in Europe once upon a time, as the UK was. But yes, thank you very much for sending in your super chat, Outerzone. I really do appreciate it, especially congratulating the channel on hitting 1,000 subscribers, and as you say, very well deserved. Still pinching myself, to be honest with you, as to how we've done it so quickly, because even Sleety says 1,000 subscribers so fast is rather impressive. Well done. I have to say, with regards to what has done well on the channel, don't get me wrong, the live streams are great and I love them from keeping it really interactive with everyone. But I think the best live stream we've ever done is somewhere about 450 to 500 views. But the Bricky Law videos, they are like in the thousands. Like, people seem to really like the Bricky Law videos. I don't know why. It seems to be a bit of a thing within the Warhammer community that like newbies react to his videos. Seems to have done really, 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 really well. In fact, it was the video that I posted on Sunday that I was actually going to post today, off the back of Lappy's super chat over the weekend. I said I was going to drop a lore video today, but I did it on Sunday instead. And it's that video that's helped get us over 1,000 subscribers. So for some reason, you guys like to watch me react to lore videos, so they're here to stay. I'll try and do one every single week if I can. Hayden also says congratulations. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And thank you very much for tuning in. We've also got Primarch Lowen. I replaced my captain's shield with one from the Death Watch, and it looks amazing. You'll have to pop a picture in the Discord if you wouldn't mind, Primarch Lowen. I'm very new to Warhammer, both the hobby and the lore in general. So whilst I do want to get into kit bashing at some point, because it interests me massively, my creative mind, so to speak. At the moment, going beyond, or this was push fit, is about as much as I can ask myself to do at the moment. But yeah, please do post some pictures in the Discord, because we do love our inspirations. Oh yes, the Discord link is on the channel. If you click on the channel, there is a link in, I want to say, the channel's description. And everyone is welcome. Everyone exchanges pictures, advice, useful products. It's a really, really nice community. Just everyone just like helping each other out with their projects, really. YouTube algorithm does love the brick and reactions to him. Yeah, it would seem that way. Since doing the reaction videos myself, I seem to be getting a lot of recommendations of other people reacting to brick. And there's a lot of them on there. Right, down now. Down. No more. Come on.
Blame the VTubers.
Yes, that's it. That's the word that keeps coming up. VTubers. Right, come on. Right, down we go. Down.
I think they're why he's become the standard entry point for newbies into the universe. And the other half of it is half the people who watch his videos absolutely love him and his presentation style.
Yeah.
And the other half of the people love correcting him. So
yes, I have noticed.
Way, you're gonna find something there for you, even if you don't particularly like him, because he has a lot of information that's just wrong, either overtly or subtly, and people just like to correct it. So
yeah, so funnily enough, funny you should say that, because a lot of people that have been commenting on not only the video that I posted on Sunday, but the other 4 or 5 videos that I posted in the past, people are very quick to comment and say, oh, just to let you know, this bit that Bricky said about that was actually wrong, and this is actually the right law. And I'm like, oh, right, okay. Or like I've asked a question about a particular piece of lore, which he got wrong, and then they're like correcting him in the answer they're giving me to my question. So it's all a bit like, oh, right, okay. So may I recommend reacting to the channel live from the Black Library? I've not heard of that one before. I get a lot of recommendations, and I have asked a lot of questions, the pinned comment in the videos that I've posted for people to recommend lore channels to me, because I think I've got one more Bricky video to react to, which is essentially all of the armies, not just the legions. So we'll be looking at like Orks, Necrons, etc. After that video is done, I am going to need more videos to react to on a weekly basis. And at the moment, I've got like the basics, if you will. So like doing a deep dive into like the Ultramarines or the Dark Angels or the Necrons or like the Badab War or another event like the Scouring or whatever. That would be the next logical step for me to start doing reaction videos to that type of lore. So the more videos, channels, whatever you want to call it, that you guys can recommend, dump them in the chat, dump them in the videos that I've posted, and yeah, I'll be reacting to them after probably next week. Next week's probably the last one I'm going to do for Bricky. I know he does I don't know if you've seen it, Eddie, but he's got his other channel where he teaches that guy lore, basically, Adeptus Ridiculous. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's pretty good, but it seems too conversational, like for me to do a reaction to, you know?
So that was actually what I was going to bring up to you. This is the kind of the dam or the brick wall that every content creator reactor hits with Warhammer.
Damn.
Once you're through those initial Bricky videos, that's pretty much how all of the lore videos are. Where it's just going to be basically either two guys sitting there talking about it. Oh, you're distracted by the dog.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm trying to sort the dog out as you're talking to me.
Fair enough. it'll be either be two guys talking, or it'll just be a storyteller telling you what's going on with very slow crawling images in the background.
Yeah.
And that just, for a good video, that does not make. And so that's kind of the brick wall that all reactor content creators for Warhammer kind of run into eventually, is there's just not that much content out there that's good for reaction like that.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation for another day. I've never heard of the Live from the Black Library, so I'll have to look into that one. Hopefully they're different. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm always open to looking at new stuff. Since doing the Bricky videos, I've had a lot of suggestions, as you can probably imagine, from Wes Hammer to Luton to Adeptus Ridiculus, one I didn't know of until someone mentioned it to me in a comment. There's probably, I'm not even joking, a good list of about 20 to 30 lore tubers, as they call themselves, that I've got.
And I don't want to disparage any of those lore tubers, like especially Luton. Luton has fantastic, very in-depth information if you want to just like get very granular about like the Wardens of Ultramar. Then go watch Luton's videos. That's absolutely what he's there for. But it's just that doesn't make good reaction content.
Yes.
Because it is so slow and so dry and so granular. I would say Wes Hammer's probably the best middle ground out of the ones that you listed.
He's definitely upbeat, isn't he? He's definitely
and it's
more
purely
upbeat.
because of his personality and because he's by himself. It's not necessarily the information that he's giving. It's his presentation. So it's just, we'll talk about it later. But that is a challenge that a lot of reactors have trouble with Warhammer.
Yeah. To be fair, I never actually. Oh god, I've picked up the wrong brush. I never actually planned on doing reaction videos. I'd done a couple of videos. I'd done a couple of unboxing videos on the channel, and then a couple of live streams, and then someone had said to me, "Oh, if you want to learn more about the lore, you should watch Bricky videos. He's a really good starting point." And a lot of people actually like watch his videos and react to them. So when I had a look online, and I'd seen obviously that there's this big like following with regards to how it's done, and I just kind of like fell into it, if you will, by accident. So here we are.
That's why you'll notice on your recommended feed, you only see people reacting to Bricky. You don't ever see so-and-so reacting to Luton's breakdown of word bearers, or like you just don't see those videos because they don't make for good content like that. They're good on their own. They're good to consume as like a viewer and as someone who's a fan of that stuff. Like absolutely, they're phenomenal videos. Again, not disparaging those creators in any way, shape, or form. It's just they don't make their stuff to be reacted to like Bricky does.
We'll have to see how we get on with regards to that
Back
stuff.
to painting.
Back to painting. I'm just putting some blue down on the old wet palette, if anyone is wondering. For some reason, my camera's stuttering loads. I don't understand why that's happening.
I see that.
That's new.
And it's only your phone camera. Your face cam is still perfectly smooth.
Oh, that's not good. Hopefully that's just a 2-second thing that's happened. Right, let's read through the rest of your comments before we crack on with some painting today. Maelstrom, yes, Puppy. Yes, Puppy is definitely start of the show. She has her own emoji now for members as well. Sleety says, might be worth putting... Oh, that's a cracking idea, yeah. Putting a channel up on the Discord to see if people want to recommend channels and videos for me to react to. That's actually not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all. Maybe you should...
Can you do that?
Maybe you should start doing your own vids where you discover specific lore, let Discord help you, or even invite experts. Might fit well with your Chaplain style. That's a good idea as well, actually. I didn't think of that. I did not think of that. That's a really good idea, actually.
I like that. We'll talk about that later.
Yes. Loads of good ideas. We need a good ideas channel in the Discord now with all these good ideas. Club me, schlup schlup. I'm assuming that's me drinking. Astartes Anonymous is another good one. Arbiter Ian has pretty good pacing, I feel, but agree with Eddie. Counterpoint might be a good one because he breaks down the animations that Games Workshop puts out. Yes. Painting Paint it pink, paint it pink, paint it pink. Oh, right, talking about the captain, yes. Well, I'm hoping I can paint at all at this point because, well, I can paint, obviously, but I'm talking more about my camera at the moment. It seems to be all right. Maybe it was just I'm just moving my hand now, just randomly on purpose, across the camera. Sorry if that seems a bit odd. But yeah, guys, all of you, really good ideas in the chat there with regards to future reaction videos to different lore tubers, or my own stuff, in fact. But I do agree with Sleet as well. I think it would be a really good idea to have a channel in the Discord so that we can put all of our ideas into that channel, and then you guys can help me decide.
I'm not going to remember them.
Yeah, exactly. It's easier because it's all centralized in one place for me to remember. That firstly, and secondly, it gets you guys involved as well. You know, the bricky stuff was easy because I could just do that 1 to 7, no problem at all. But now you guys can get more involved in what I actually react to, which is quite cool. Making the channel even more interactive. I did see actually a video from Westhammer. It's just under an hour long. I think I mentioned it in my last stream actually. He basically does a breakdown of chaplains and how chaplains work, which could be quite good considering considering the channel's name and my obsession.
Stuff. He's got a good style.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. When I've written in stuff to do with chaplains before, there are other videos that obviously explain what chaplains are. I know that. I know that much for sure. What company is your captain gonna be from? Mine is from First Company. It's a good question because I've got Titus, who I believe is now he's not the captain. Is he the captain of Second Company? Am I right or am I wrong in saying that?
He did get promoted to captain again, but I don't know if we know what company. He used to be captain of Second Company.
Is it Second Company? I want to say, for some reason, Second Company jumps out at me.
I'm looking it up.
Because I don't want to pick that one. But it's a good question. Might be First Company as well. Might have to do a little First Company captain unless he is 2. Yes, there we are. Someone's confirmed it in the chat. Primarch Lowen has confirmed in the chat. So we can't go with 2 because I've got Titus that I need to paint up still. So we can't go number 2. Is there an actual official captain of Company 1? Is there?
Like a named one?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think now. Got my my curiosity going. Because obviously the Ultramarines just, they're just everywhere. Kajon, how we doing, friend? Thank you very much for popping along this evening and showing your support. Much appreciated. What's good? Just doing a cheeky little celebration stream tonight for 1,000 subscribers. Something a bit different during the week. I did plan on dropping a lore video today, but we did that on Sunday instead. In anticipation that this could potentially happen. So yeah, here we are. Got a nice group of people that have come along. Yeah, let's just say something happened to good old Sevastus. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Sevastus. I can spare 3 men. Archeon. Oh, yes. I actually do know about that.
He was the former captain.
Yeah, so he's the guy from the video game, and then he got killed off in some bullshit lore, didn't he?
Yes, off-screen death. So first company does not currently have a named captain. Second company is Titus. None of the other companies have named captains with the exception of 10th, who is currently led by Antilocus.
Okay. Oh, that was the guy that I was thinking of. Club Me's beating me to it. He says, pass, but you need 10 Calgar minis. I don't know why, but I thought Calgar was the first captain. So what is...
Calgar's chapter master.
Chapter master. Right, okay. There we are. See, I knew he was something important.
He used to be captain of the 10th.
Everyone's saying Severus and Angman? My dyslexia, sorry guys, is full speed with regards to these pronunciations. But everyone seems to be on the same page with him being the former first captain. Kajon, yes, thank you. Congrats on the 1,000. Yes, it's been cool. Yeah, it's been good in the sense of it happening, but also surprising of how quickly that it's happened, to be honest with you. So, like, surprising in a good way, you know?
They are correct. That is the captain of the first company. I wonder why he wasn't listed in the other list.
Who's that?
The Severus Ageman.
What, he's
captain of the first.
What, now?
Correct.
Oh,
I don't
right,
know why
okay.
he wasn't in the other list. But if I look up him specifically, he is listed as the current captain of the first company.
Right, gotcha. Right, okay. See, still learning the lore, guys. This is exactly why you lot are in the chat. All of you veterans, or those of you that maybe have got a few years' experience of digesting all the lore. I've got a lot to learn. I know the basics. Like, for example, the other day, and I didn't realise I was doing this, and about 3 or 4 people have since told me in the comments, but I kept referring to the legions as chapters, because when Bricky was explaining what they were, he was explaining them as legions, not as chapters, because it's been pointed out to me that chapters didn't become a thing until after the Horus Heresy.
But is that really that great of a distinction?
To me, no.
Exactly. That's my argument. And so, okay, so this is another thing I wanted to bring up because realistically, you see this a lot, and it kind of pairs in with people correcting Bricky. There is no such thing as accurate information in Warhammer.
No?
It doesn't exist. We have loose points that we can generally assume are true, such as the Emperor existing, for an example.
Right.
But any of the details around that are unreliable narrators, hearsay, subject to change.
Oh, yeah, the subject to change thing, definitely.
And so there's no such thing as accurate information. And so that's always my ultimate point when somebody is like, well, no, it couldn't have gone this way because if you read X obscure book on page 36 in this paragraph, it says exactly this happened. And I always look at that and I go, okay, cool. Tell me what's the date in Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, the
Just
date
what's
thing.
The date?
Yeah, the date thing is a bit of a mad one, isn't it?
They can't agree on what day it is currently, so why would they agree on any version of history?
And half of the stuff gets retconned anyway, from what I've seen.
And that's the other half of it. That's the meta explanation. But the in-universe explanation, I always look at it in that vein of, that's just one particular telling of those events. There's no guarantee that any of those stories, any of those names, anything is accurate. And it's written that way on purpose so that people can make their own stories. And so it's just one of those things that when people are like, no, this is hard and fast. It says in Betrayer that Karn did this. I'm like, yeah, it may say that, but that doesn't mean that happened. Like, it's just because you can't even know what day it is.
Yeah, I'm yet to get to that point myself with the lore.
He technically has a model. Yeah, no, from what I'm reading, he's overshadowed by Cato Sicarius, which makes sense why he wasn't listed in the original list that I was looking at, because that was a fan list, and so they probably saw Cato and were like, oh, but he's not captain, and just moved on. which is my fault for looking at a fan list as opposed to an official source. But sorry, I was responding alone.
Speaking of which,
so it's one of those things that accuracy is.
He technically has a model. Who's that? Sorry, who technically has a model?
Apparently, first company captain.
Oh, does he? I wouldn't know anyway. I'm not the best person to ask. Was that the new guy that came out recently? The guy that dropped because of the Deathmire stuff? Or am I thinking of someone else?
So he has a Joy toy. I don't know if we count that.
A Joy toy?
Yeah, those are the big, 15-inch tall models, the, action figure ones that are super detailed.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I really should have sub-assembled this bad boy. Jesus Christ.
Push fits are hard to sub-assemble.
If you go back to the old school days of GW, most of the books were published all over the place, disjointed as heck. Yeah, I think that's what Eddie was just sort of referring to.
And let's never forget, the Primarchs are a retcon.
He's the Terminator captain from the Leviathan box. No, he is the Terminator model. Oh, okay. I haven't got the Leviathan box myself. I started in January. I'll have to look that up. I'll have to have a look. Because I do have Terminators. I haven't built them yet. Or painted them. But I do have them.
Yeah, so he doesn't have his own yet. He's just the basic Terminator model. And then you kit bash him to give him all of his livery and everything like that.
I got a huge collection of Warhammer Joy toys. Oh, nice. I think I saw some today, actually. They just dropped a new, on my Facebook, showing my age now, same Facebook. There's a new...
MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace. Wow, I had one of those when I was at college. Jesus Christ.
Oh, God, that makes me feel even older.
Yeah. They had two Chaplains, two Chaplain Joy toys dropped today. And they had a red Space Marine helmet as well?
I love the Joy toys. I think they're beautiful. I can't afford them, but they're gorgeous.
It's just what I need. Is something else to spend my money on.
I've seen guys that have done full games with them, where they scale everything up to the Joy toy size.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Stupid expensive, but yeah.
Some people have money to burn, I suppose. Same way how Acheron technically has a model, even though the model is not named after him. I didn't know that either. Got all the Primarchs released so far. Oh, nice. How many have you got then of the ones that are released? Because I don't know an awful lot about Joy Toy. I've got some knowledge. Like, as I said, I know that they released some new ones today. Right, down, puppy. Come on.
Pretty sure they've done the Lion, Angron.
Come on. No. No more.
I think they've done Coleman.
There we go. Back home. No more using. No more using the app in the car. Much safer, Sleep. Much safer. Right, Bo, stop it. Jesus Christ. I know you're the star of the show.
11 of them? Jesus Christ.
How many? 11?
11, apparently.
Nice. That's pretty cool. You probably got enough to have a game.
Primarch Throwdown.
Primarch Throwdown. So yeah, I'm just base coating this captain in some Ultramarine blue from Army Painter. Just slapping it all on at the minute. Nothing exciting. Making a mess here, there and everywhere. Getting it on bits that I shouldn't be getting it on, but I don't mind. It's definitely...
It's like you knew what I did too.
I'm very much a trust the process painter.
Nah, I gotta wake this off. It's going silver onto pearl. That's not gonna work.
Yep, Acheron is just captain in Phobos armor. Already ordered Conrad Kurz. Primac Lowen, you'll have
And then
to
what, you
post a
stick his
picture.
damage head?
You'll have to post a picture in the Discord if you do decide to join. You'll have to show us what you got. That sounds pretty cool, to be honest with you. Because I don't think we've got many pictures, if any, pictures of Joy Toys in the Discord. You'll be one of the first, if not the first.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's come through with Joy Toys yet.
No. And anything Warhammer related, especially 40k, the more the better, in my opinion. And unless Eddie's about to answer it for me, Alderzone, you're going to have to explain to me what Phobos armor is, because that's new on me.
Phobos armor is the lighter version of the new Tacticus armor. It's like the stealth reconnaissance version, so you sacrifice some of the armor plating for more maneuverability and faster movement.
Oh, right, okay. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so you have the Tacticus armor, that's what like the intercessors are in, that's the classic just like Primaris Space Marine look. You have the Phobos armor, which is the lighter armor, that's what in Space Marine 2 the Vanguard is wearing, the one with the grapple hook.
Yeah.
And then you have the Gravis armor, which is the big heavy suit, that's what the heavy in Space Marine 2 is wearing.
Right. See, didn't know any of that.
I like Phobos and I like Gravis. I think the Tacticus is kind of boring looking, but if I were to like actually purposefully build a Space Marine army, I would do half Phobos, half Gravis.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that, to be honest with you.
The new detachment system is really interesting in how it functions for list building. As of right now, it's still in the stage of there's one clear winner almost all the time, where it's just like you pick this detachment and you're dumb if you don't, which kind of sucks, but kind of gone are the days of, so like if that was your army, if you were half Phobos, half Gravis, it used to be you would pick a detachment and all the rules would be like, okay, all your models in Phobos armor do this, or all of your models in Gravis armor do this.
Right.
And so you were essentially wasting your army rule on half your army because you wanted that split. It very much incentivized you to go all Phobos or all Gravis.
Okay.
Now with the new detachment system, they've implemented it to where, you know, there's like different point tiers. And so like maybe this one, because it affects less types of units, like there's not very many Phobos units. So maybe that's a 1-point detachment to affect Phobos units. And then same thing for Gravis. And so now you can have those two rules that let you mix and match and build those kinds of armies, which I think is a move in a very positive direction, because that's always been kind of one of my complaints is if you don't specialize, you're essentially wasting your army rule on half your army. But as it stands right now, it's still in the stage of there's usually one detachment. It's like, oh, this is the best one, and this is the one that everybody auto takes.
And then everyone just goes meta.
And just builds the list around that, and then you see the same homogenous lists eventually start to filter out, where it's just mathematically you don't take impulsors because they're terrible. You take a squad of Terminators because they're the same amount of points, but they have X amount more health and output X amount more damage on average, and blah, 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 blah. And it all just kind of homogenizes.
Yeah, you don't see any variation then.
Yeah. Which always makes me sad. But again, like, hopefully those balance changes will come, and like we'll see a shift in that where maybe we actually will start to see varieties in lists, not just at tournaments, but at stores. Because that's why 9 times out of 10 when you go to play, no matter who you're going up against, 9 times out of 10 they're going to go, yeah, this is my army. I'll just say Ultramarines. I'm playing Ultramarines, so I've got Gilliman. Or I'm playing World Eaters, so I've got Angron. And it's just like everybody that you play, that happens because that's such a quality unit that everybody ends up taking.
Yeah, you'd be stupid not to have it.
Exactly. And then so now all the lists look the same because it's all centered around Angron. It's all centered around Gilliman. It's all centered around those hero hammers. And I'm just like, that is so monumentally boring to me. That's why I don't have a lot of those models or characters, because I'm just like, that's what everybody does. And I get it. Mathematically, it works the best, but it's just like... So I'm hoping that these things get improved and we actually start to see this change implemented.
Yeah, that would be cool. Eventually, when I start playing as well, that's what I want to... That's the next part for me. Once I start getting all this stuff painted up and built up properly, I will be playing some games. Whether or not I like the game or not, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. We'll see if I like the game and I do painting and playing, or whether or not I just stick to painting. Who knows?
Right. And this is my advice for everybody who wants to try playing the game. start at 1,000 points. Don't try to start a full 2,000 point game. That's not going to give you an idea of how your army functions on scale.
Yeah.
But you'll at least start to feel how their mechanics work. And so you'll get an idea of, oh, I get it. Necrons constantly get back up. Or, oh, I get it. Positioning is very important for World Eaters so that I can actually make it into that killing range. And so it gives you that feeling of how things are supposed to function without inundating you with so much that you're like, okay, I've been here for 6 hours and my brain is just mush at this point. Like,
information overload.
So I always recommend
fair.
everybody start with a 1,000 point game.
I probably have about 1,000 points, to be fair. When I say I have 1,000 points, I have 1,000 points unmade, unpainted across my...
Lots of people play with grey plastic.
I need to make up a lot of my shit still, to be fair.
I could never do that, but
I still need
a lot of people play with grey plastic.
Right, there's quite a few comments we've missed, actually. So, Reavers, for example, wear Phobos armor. They are a bit more sleek. Gravis armor is one of my favourites beside Terminator armor. Chaplain in Terminator is my favourite. Thank you very much for coming along, Miss Mississippi Democracy. Wow, sorry, I had to try and get that out of my mouth then, being as dyslexic as I am. Thank you very much for coming along, Mississippi Democracy. Blah, blah, blah. That's a mouthful. Old metal mini Deathwatch armor was pretty cool. A lot of this stuff, guys, I either know about it without realising I know about it, or have no idea what it is. So I do apologise. I am still learning. How come you didn't spray it with Macragge Blue spray? It's a good question. I should have done, to be honest with you. I just don't have any, is the honest answer. I have a spray can of Lead Belcher from when I did some Necrons before. I've got black, and then I've got what is supposed to be beige, even though it looks like an off-white, a very off-white. And I've never done any minis using a close to white spray before. Everything I've done to date, barring a handful of Necrons, has been black. So I just wanted to try to see what it looked like doing white primer. However, in saying that, this is the only mini that I have made up from the Armageddon box set. So this is the only Space Marine mini that I have sprayed in white. So depending on how this goes, you could well see a fully Macragge Blue sprayed Ultramarine in the future. Also, to caveat that as well, though, I am not using Macragge. I am using this Ultramarines Blue from Army Painter, which is, quite similar to blue, the Macragge Blue. But then I also have Royal Blue as well, which I'm going to use. Yeah, which I'm going to use for highlights. Puppy's back. So I'd have to get an Army Painter spray can, I think, that matches that blue. I think. I'm assuming they do an Ultramarines blue spray can or something similar. Depending on the model, you would be 60 to 80% done with Ultramarines. Just joined the Discord.
Saves you a lot for base coating.
Oh yeah, it will do. Yeah, for example, this one, I think with the Captain, the only reason that probably wouldn't apply. Oh no, probably actually what you did say, 60%. 60% of this model probably is blue. And the rest of it is a combination of brown here at the front, silver and gold, and a bit of red. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, probably about 60%. Just joined the Discord as well. Oh, brilliant. Welcome to the Discord. Like I said, feel free to post pictures of any completed minis, or if you've got any minis that you're working on at the moment and you need some advice, or if there's some products that you might be after. We don't sell products. It's not like that. In terms of there might be something you're after, people can give advice on products, whether things are good, bad, absolutely anything. There's all sorts in there, from airbrush suggestions, how to make your bases, painting techniques, washing techniques, all sorts. That's a really, really, really cool place to be. And it's absolutely free as well. So if anyone who isn't part of the Discord fancies joining, link over on the channel. When I used to play years ago, I loved playing the die-hard players that owned a super off-meta army but would die on a hill that their army is the dog's bollocks regardless. Much more fun playing casual. Yeah, definitely casual is what I'd start off with. My local game shop have offered for me to go down with 500 points just to learn how to play and break me in slowly. So we'll see. Chaplain.
I agree, but unfortunately, unlike those older days, the current way the rules function very, very much punishes anyone who plays by intent like that. So it's kind of a reality. Like, and that's saying that as someone who does play like that. Like, I have 32 flamers in my sister's list. I don't have a single Melta, and everybody's like, "That's insane. It should be the other way around." And I'm like, "I know, but I like having 32 flamers. I think that's hilarious to me."
Oh yeah, play for fun. 100% play for fun.
The game very much punishes me for not running Meltas. And so it's unlike the olden days. It's a little. And again, I'm hoping this is different now. I'm hoping 11th edition changes all this, but it's just it's one of those things.
Yeah, I'm lucky in the sense that I never played 10th edition. So when I do eventually play it, all I'll know is 11th, which is really lucky in a way.
And yes, Sleety, that's what I was going to say. Airbrush for the win.
I hadn't quite got that far down yet. You beat me to it. You beat me to it. From one chaplain to another, congratulations, brother. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. If it makes you feel better, I haven't touched my Armageddon box yet. Really, Hayden? I'm surprised by that. Is that because of work, or is that because of catching up on the old pile of shame or pile of opportunity? Depending on how you look at it. I know people look at it differently. When I work from white, I tend to work differently from a black base. I start out much brighter and paint in the shadows. Okay. Club me. If there are any suggestions that you have from a learning paint point of view, feel free to let me know in the chat, because I am new. I have painted Space Marines before. The first ever mini that I painted was a Space Marine. And as you can probably understand and appreciate, it's absolutely feckin' awful, which is what most first peoples look like. And then the second Space Marine I painted was naughty. We did the sponging technique that everyone was like right into at the time, using makeup sponges. It's not quite the same as what we're doing now. So if you've got any advice, especially painting from white, because this is only the second time I've painted from white. This is the first time we actually painted an Ork, which was what my last 3 streams were. We painted a banner knob, which, to be fair, I think's come out pretty cool. It's come out pretty good. Yeah, Sleety. Now I've got to Sleety's comment saying airbrush for the win. Airbrush. Lots of people are telling me to try and airbrush. I'm gonna be bullied into it soon, aren't I? To try one. I learned how to
go back.
No, see, that's it. I need to learn all the techniques of the paintbrush first. I learned how to paint thanks to Tabletop Ready. I don't know those guys. There'll be another channel that I need to subscribe to, no doubt. Really easy to follow guides. I'll have to check them out for sure. Hayden saying yes. I'm assuming that's from my previous comment about the backlog. Work mostly and going away for holiday by the end of the week with family. There we are. So a combination of work, backlog and life, basically. I sprayed all of the helmets from the Armageddon with white scar because all of them first company. Nice. You will still need them, so learn both. Yeah, definitely need to learn both. I think from an airbrush point of view as well, what will be really good is, at the moment, from the Armageddon box as an example, all I've done is made up the characters, like the name characters, if you want to call them that, like the banner knob, the captain, the chaplain, the librarian, the weird boy, so on and so forth, because I'll probably spend a lot of time on those as characters. But then when I get into the units, if you want to call them the units, probably another 40 models where they're all pretty much going to look the same for each half of the army. That's where I think airbrushing will be really, really, really good for me. is when I'm spray painting 20 fecking Ork boys. Painting those up by hand versus an airbrush. That's just going to be a madness. Or 10 Gretchen. Or is it 10 intercessors that I've got to paint up as well? I can't remember how many intercessors come in the Armageddon box now, but it's something like that. So I think an airbrush for that sort of stuff is going to come in handy a lot. Right, before I read the next comment and crack on with painting, just very, very quickly, just want to say thank you again. Now that we're absolutely bouncing in the chat and there's a good few of you watching, I just want to say thanks again to everyone who has subscribed to the channel to make 1,000 happen. I really, really do appreciate it. For anyone watching, if you haven't already liked the stream, feel free to drop a like on the stream to help the stream get out to new people and new faces, just like it did for you once upon a time. And subscribe if you're new around here. It's absolutely free for you to subscribe and leave a like, but it means the absolute world to me. We now also have memberships on the channel. I won't go through the details of the memberships. If it is something you're interested in, all the details are in the memberships tab on the channel. And that's there if you just want to support the channel a little further outside liking and subscribing. But just you being here and watching, that is more than enough. So thank you very much for coming along. It is much appreciated. My best suggestion is to have fun, experiment, don't stress out, keep your first mini and look back at it every so often to see how you have progressed. Funny you should say that, Club Me. Many people have said that to me before about keeping my first mini. My co-host this evening, Eddie, has told me that many times to make sure that I do that. In fact, to the point where me and Sleety were talking the other day about buying a box, a clear box, a transparent box to keep it in as a keepsake for future, as a constant reminder. Wow, 10, yes. Yeah, I think it's 10, isn't it? Yeah, 10 intercessors. Oh, yeah, Primarch Lowen has just said now. 10 intercessors, 1 librarian, 1 ancient, 3 eradicators, a captain, 5 Vanguard veterans, and a land speeder. So outside of the characters, if you want to call them characters, which I believe is the librarian, ancient, and captain, I reckon the rest of that stuff will just be, like, if I had an airbrush, I'd breeze through it so much quicker. Ordered your box, still waiting for it to arrive.
Ork unique.
Yeah, Sleet, you'll have to show us the box once it arrives. Still have my first mini to this day. It seems to be a common theme in the hobby for everyone keeping their. We'll have to do a We'll have to do like a funny no winner or anything like a prize, but just like a fun competition one time. Everyone has to kind of like post their first mini in, and whoever's looks the worst is the winner, not the best. Oh, thanks, Lee. Much appreciated. I repainted my first mini, the Norm Emissary from the Norm Emissary is your first mini. That's fair play. Right, you, Missy. You've bitten my hand to shreds. It is so red. Look at that.
I understand where you're coming from, Lone.
Right,
but
down.
I think you deserve to have the measuring stick more than it deserved to have a good paint job. So
down.
It makes me kind of sad that you repainted it. But I get it.
No, no more. Naughty. I'm going to tell the dog off now. Give it the paint job it deserves. I'll Sleety saying I'll lose then to the competition. Yeah, it'll be a funny one. I have seen, for all good reasons, of course, I have seen some absolutely horrific first minis, but that's the whole point for some people, isn't it? Mine isn't actually terrible. It is bad. The paint's too thick. Paint goes over the edges in all the wrong places. Mostly because of the paint being too thick, to be honest with you. But, yeah, mine isn't great. Mine isn't right. Down. Down. Come on, you. I know you want to be the star of the show. Isn't it?
He is the star of the show. What do you mean wants to be?
I know. Look, there's me. I'm like fighting her now for control. Trying to put her in her place. Right. I know a lot of this is messy, guys, but it's definitely a trust the process.
It's just base coats. Base coats can be messy.
Yeah. I'm not like blobbing it on in places it shouldn't be, but you know, sometimes I'm touching places it shouldn't.
Careful.
You are brave for being those. Yeah, I agree, Hayden. Yeah, some of these first minis that people have done, like fair play to you. Fair play. Yeah, not a want, but is. Yeah, very true. Very true. Wish I had my first mini, but to my defense, I was like 10 or 11. Retrospection wasn't high on my list of priorities. Yeah, for some people who started when they were very young, then I doubt they probably still have their first mini. Some people will, obviously, but not everyone. Chaplain JC, jealous of a dog's attention. Yeah, I'm fighting the dog for attention. That's what it is. I know that she's the real reason you lot tune in. I'm just very jealous that you lot prefer my dog to me. That's the real reason we hit 1,000 subscribers. People hearing about my dog. I see now. I see where everyone's priorities are. I know my place. I even said before, if we ever did a competition for like members, and we did dog members versus regular members. Indeed.
Pretty sure the dogs would win out.
Yeah, well, at the moment the dog is winning. I've got one member, which is Sleety, which I'm very grateful for, and he picked Woof Woof. All the other members are named after like characters in Warhammer, and Woof Woof was picked. So I know my place. Hades dogs, hooray, nice to see how well you've done. Thank you very much. Progress is progress, right? Slowly but surely. Club me, I don't even have my first 5 armies. Why, what happened to that? You sold them? Got rid of them? What happened? I know people sell them. My first 1,000 Suns mini, look at my current ones with envy. And that's exactly how it should be. That's exactly where did you go and then come back, eh? You were gone for all of 5 seconds and now you're back in my face. I don't have any treats, you know that, right?
Yep, you fucked up. You said it.
I know, I've said the word now. She's like, what?
I'm down. Get him out.
Get him out. I tell you what, just for the bants, what we'll do is we'll do a cheeky little goal. Nope. Right, 1 super chat. Any colour. 3 hours. Doggo gets a treat. Question mark. There we are. You'd be well happy with that, wouldn't you, if someone gets you a treat? Yeah, not yet. They haven't done it yet.
You have to earn it, dog.
You have to earn your place. All these people are coming here to see you and not me. Well, it should have been 1,000 dogs. For anyone who's posting in Discord, I do apologise if I haven't checked just yet. It's only because I'm on stream. I do occasionally check whilst we're on stream. So if anyone is posting pictures or joining Discord for the first time, I will... I will get round to it. Right, I've been called out by Sleep. I've been called out. Feed the dog. A super chat from Sleep. Thank you very much, Sleet. I will go get her a treat now, and I will give it to her on stream so you can see. Okay, so 2 seconds, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get old Bo here a treat. So 2 secs, guys.
Y'all are lucky I'm distracted.
Right, hold on. Right, let's get the stream back. Right, okay. Here's the treat. Here's the dog's treat. It's a big one. So here we go. There we go. She's going to take it now. Hey, you got Sleet to thanks for that. You got Sleety to thank for that. Doggo is happy. I know someone from the Discord. Okay, that's good. That's good. Who is it that you know out of interest? Hopefully for good reasons. That was fast. Yes, that was really fast. Very fast. Matt Sarf, feed the dog 1,000 psychers. Don't mess with the doggos. As we say, she is the star of the show. Bo is the star of the show. It's the real reason you lot tune in each and every time we stream. So where exactly do I post my minis in the Discord? Okay, so if you go to the category that says Warhammer 40K, and then I think it's the second channel which says minis, flex, or help. So that would be if you're like finished a project and you want to show everyone, or if you're maybe like halfway through a project and you want some advice on something. There we are. You've had your treat now. Yeah, you've had your treat.
And Lone's talking about me because Lone, like Hayden, is from another Discord and another channel that we're all in.
Ah, right, okay. I see. You can't have another treat.
That was one of the things I was checking. I was like, I'm pretty sure, but I need to double check this.
The Red Terror. Is that what you've posted, is it? Yeah, post your pictures in the Discord and then give me 5 minutes and we'll have a look at them. No, that's not a treat. That is an Ultramarine captain.
Eat it anyways.
You can't have this. The paint will make you sick if you ate this. No, you can't have the mouse of my laptop either. You've had one treat and you're going nuts. No wonder you like me streaming so much. Get spoilt, you do. Yeah.
Yep, you trained her.
I know, right? What have I? I've created a little food monster. I have. That's what it is. She knows now when I've got the coffee table set up the way I've got it set up. She's like, right, I know what's going down tonight.
And if I harass enough, I get treats.
Exactly. Oh dear. Yeah, the dog cam would be a great idea. The only problem with the dog cam is there's only one problem with the dog cam. She doesn't sit still. She is as mad as a box of frogs. She is here, there, and everywhere. Since she's been on stream, she's been at the table under my feet, behind the sofa, on my back, out the room. Now she's just pulled my headphones out. Oh my god. Right, down. No more. Down, down, down. Right, no more. Come on, over here. Over here. I won't get any painting done otherwise, will I?
Tonight.
It's... Oh. Nearly knocked my can of Pepsi over. Right, Bo, we're going to have to stop now. I don't want to be mean, because you've been so good this evening. And everyone is enjoying it.
Everybody needs to calm the hell down.
Everyone needs to calm the hell down. Right, Bo, no. No. No more, please. No more. No more. No more. Come on. Come on, be a good girl. No more. No more. Please. That's it. Thank you for listening. No, no more. No more. Down. Down, down, down. Down, down, down. Come on. No more. No more. No. No. Come on. I'm not going to say the word, but I know what you meant, Alderzone, when you said for a Tyrannid. So objective. Right, come on, you. Come on. AI tracking on an Insta360 webcam to track the dog. Oh, can you? I didn't even know that was a thing. Right, come on now. I could do that. I could actually do that. Oh, looks like we've got some comments
That
coming
sounds
in.
like entirely too much trouble for
Right.
what it's
Oh
worth.
my god. Right. Bo. No more. Right. No more. Naughty. Naughty. Come on. I don't want to have to say it, but you're being naughty. Come on. Naughty for not listening. Just posted the captain I was telling you about. Ooh, friends. Right, let's have a look at this. Right, no more. Holy moly, yes, that Red Terror does look sick. That looks really good. I have to say, when I did paint Tyranids before, I really did enjoy it, and the Red Terror was something that I was asking people about. I was gutted that you could only get it in the kill team at the time.
Still the case.
Yeah, I might pick one up in future if they've got a single one. Ah, the
It
captain.
usually takes about a year.
I see what you mean about the captain now. Yeah, that shield looks really nice. I like the helmet as well. That looks really good. I also plan to do my cape red. Very nice indeed. Very, very nice. Right. Back to the stream. Blah, 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 blah. That is your best one in your opinion. Yeah, it was really good. Really, 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 really good. Oh, the terrain is included, is it? Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm not going to paint the helmet just yet because I haven't decided what colour I'm going to paint the helmet. I don't know what colour I'm going to do mine. Not sure if I'm going to go for gold, like the Victrix Honor Guard, with like a red, with the fur or the brush on top of the helmet. Maybe I want to go for a red. And then, like, the foliage around the edges of it could be red as well. I haven't decided, but I think from an armor point of view... Oh no, I thought I had painted it all blue. I've just missed this little bit here. Yeah, I've seen a number of different captains. Some people have obviously gone with the helmet off as well. I'm still too scared to paint faces, so I went with helmet on. Plus, I think the gold helmet looks cooler than just a bog standard face. That's just my opinion. I know everyone has their own opinion of what they like. Like, you've gone for a white helmet, which I think looks awesome. I do think that looks really cool. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I might end up getting some blue on the helmet.
Blue helmets for standard Marines.
Mhm.
Sergeants have red helmets.
Yeah.
Veterans have white helmets.
Oh, which is what Lowen went for.
Correct. Veteran sergeants have a red helmet with a white stripe.
No mention of gold.
Or a blue helmet with a white stripe with a red stripe inlaid into it. And then commanders, it looks like, have the blue helmet, but they have the gold command skull on their helm. No, I'm assuming the gold helmets are specifically for the Victrix Honor Guard.
Oh, I was going to go for gold, I was. I still might go for gold. Just depends if I want to be lore accurate or not, I suppose.
Hold on, I'm fine. I'm getting redirected to another source.
Like, there is literally no reason other than, like, I think it looks cool as, you know. That is the only reason. There is no other reason for it. There's no lore or I just seen some other people that have painted theirs gold, and I was like, yep. That looks cool, man. So I was like, I'm going to do the same. I'm pretty sure his right shoulder as well is gold. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's the same information. I don't see anything about the gold helmets.
Yeah.
That must just be for the honor guard.
That is called a Krista. Oh, as in this on top. That's called a Krista. Red and white are mostly what you see with Ultramarines. Your minis, your rules. Very, very true. Very true. I think it's just because of the Victrix Honor Guard. And they're the only ones I've seen with helmets like this. And I've got a box of Victrix Honor Guard that I haven't put together or painted yet. And I just think they look really freaking cool. They are blue with a bit of gold at the front. Is it not for the Victrix Honor Guard? I'll have to dig out the box art. I can send an image of all of the Ultramarine companies in the Discord. Yeah, please do, Lowen. Absolutely, please do. Rule of cool trumps all else. Absolutely. Could not agree more. If you'd like, I could post a picture of the heraldry. Yeah, please do. The more the better. The more the better. It was for the Romans 2,000 years ago. Yeah. Isn't that the whole shtick, isn't it, with the Ultramarines, is the Romans?
Yeah, they're basically classical Roman Republic.
Yeah. All right, time for second base coat. Let's get this blue sorted tonight. Normally I stream until like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I don't think that will be the case this evening, given that it's a inverted commas school night, as they call it. That's a company champion. As in what, this model, or something you've just posted in Discord? Sorry. Right, I'm hoping now that this second thin coat, should I add, will make everything nice and smooth. Give me that smooth, thinnish... I can't get my words out again properly. It wasn't as bad as the other night. Jesus Christ. Couldn't even speak properly the other night. Like I was drunk. Yeah, that's way better now. That second coat is going down an absolute treat for coverage. Who'd have thought it, eh? 2 coats. Two thin coats. 2 thin coats. Wait.
Oh, I hear the Fortnite.
Yeah. He's on VR tonight, actually.
Ah.
He's on his old Meta Quest with his friends. His current new obsession is the old Meta Quest.
My wife and I were discussing when we were going to let the boy get on VR.
Well, he originally had one that was all with the wires, and he didn't really use it that much because he just didn't get on with the wires getting in the way. So we were a little bit like, oh, should we get him it? Is he just saying that type thing? But to be fair, he hasn't put this down.
My only real concern is I know physiologically our eyes are developing until we're like 22, 23. And there's not enough time yet to see how those sorts of things are going to affect our eye development.
That's a good point. Right,
and so that's why I've been really hesitant. I'm like, I don't know, because it's impossible to know yet.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that, to be honest with you. Not a school night for all of us. Bring on my day off tomorrow. Oh, nice. I say a school night, but I've got a week off annual leave because I needed to use some of my annual leave in work. So I've been trying to make the most of the first week of school holidays. Down. Come on. No more. Naughty. Posted it. I will check it shortly. No, the one with the completely gold helmet and plume. Oh, right. Gotcha. Apex Nerd. Yes. Duncan Rhodes. Absolutely. 2,500 glaze coats. Yes. That would take a while, wouldn't it? Just realised I missed a spot. This is why sub-assembly would have been good.
Yeah, but again, push fits are hard to sub-assemble. Think about
They
all
are.
you would have been able to sub-assemble would have been the shield. Maybe the backpack.
I'm off for medical reasons. Oh, no worries, Apex. I really do appreciate you coming along and showing your support for the celebratory stream. Just being here and watching for 5 minutes or 5 hours, it doesn't matter how you support the channel. The fact that you supported the channel is all that matters. So thank you very much for coming along. Section 31, the Sicilian R2S, WSP. What does WSP mean?
I have no idea.
What is WSP? Thanks for coming along. I do appreciate you popping along to show your support, but I can't say... I might be showing my age here. I'm not like cool as such. Down with the kids, as they say. Frankie the Fish,
Morning,
how we doing, my
Frankie.
friend? Thank you for coming along and showing your support for the stream. I painted my first miniature yesterday. I painted a Warhammer hero. Oh, cool.
Welcome to the hobby, sir.
Yeah, welcome to the hobby indeed. Feel free to post a picture of your first miniature in the Discord link over on the channel. Completely free to join. Plenty of people around to give advice and compliments, of course. No,
And
off
hearing that
from
it's your first
work.
mini.
Gotcha. I see. Misunderstanding there, Apex. I do apologise.
I'll give you the same advice that everybody else is going to give you. Never repaint that first mini. Keep it forever so that you have a measuring stick of just how far you've come with the hobby.
Good advice as well. Many people, part of this community, do the same thing.
Man, I love the Hedonites, but I'm getting tired of painting gribbly bits.
Hi all, and congrats Chaplain on 1,000 subs. Thank you very much, Inferno. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well, my friend. What are you up to this evening? And thank you for coming along and showing your support like you always do. Always appreciated, as I say. Painting the first Ultramarine from the Armageddon box as a way of celebration. Something I've been looking forward to for a real long time now. Not necessarily Armageddon as such, which I have also been looking forward to, but painting some Ultramarines. I've been waiting to do this for, well, pretty much the whole 6 months I've been doing the hobby now as well. So just posted my entire Joy Koi. Oh my god, it started already, innit? I can't speak. Joy Toy collection. Thank you very much, Lowen. I'll check that out in just a moment. Frankie the Fish. Oh, thank you so much for becoming a member. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for becoming a Space Marine on the channel. Second member of the channel. You've unlocked some cool features now. The Discord side of the features are still a work in progress. They should be hopefully in play by this weekend, actually, where you will have access to giveaways from our sponsors, priority advice when it comes to painting as well, and also you can get involved in polls, which will help with the direction of the channel and the content that the channel produces. So you'll have direct influence over what the channel does next. But you also get access to some really cool emojis, which includes this little crazy one here that won't leave me alone, among some others as well. But first and foremost, thank you very much for becoming a member. I really do appreciate it. I really do appreciate you showing your support to the channel. Thank you very much. Welcome to the team. Sleety, my thoughts go out to your bank account. That's a very good, very, very good point. This is not a cheap hobby by any means. And the more addicted you get, the worse it becomes. For someone who's only been doing it for 6 months, like my pile of shame already is actually ridiculous. Right. Bo, come on. Down we get. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. No. No more. No more.
While he deals with the dog, Apex, as someone who spent many, many years in physical therapy, I just want to let you know that's one of those programs I very, very firmly believe in.
No.
And if
Naughty.
you do the work and you do the exercises and you believe it will help, I promise you it will one day. You will see real results.
No.
And so if that's the advice they're giving you to help kind of get your motor function back, I can't think of an activity that would be better for that than this hobby. And so I'm just like 100% on board with them. Like, yeah, hell yeah, that's great advice.
Dogs. She's looking at me stupid now. Level up with the dogs. I'm assuming the comment that Eddie just commented on was with regards to you nearly losing your hand in physiotherapist. Very sorry to hear that, Apex. Fun stuff. Happy to support you in the channel. No, Frankie, honestly, it means the absolute world. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Glad to hear that you're part of the team. Thank you very much. Glad to hear it was only nearly and hope for a speedy recovery. Yes, we all hope for a speedy recovery, Apex. We really, really, really do. Been putting off painting Commissary Yarrick due to the hot weather. So going to carry on and try and move closer to completion. You'll definitely have to show us Commissary Yarrick when it's done. Very popular figure from what I understand within the Warhammer community. Lowen is 2 years into the hobby. Nice. I'm only 6 months. So very new. Very, very... Right. Bo. No more. No more, Bo. Alright, let's get crack-a-lacking with painting this Capotane.
I think that's all the jewels.
I think it is. Need to get some more water onto the little section of this wet palette. Right. 2 thin coats. 2 thin coats. Second coat is going down. On the other side. Been in the hobby for years, so the love is already there. Yes, that's what it is. Keeping the love for the hobby. I hear about so many people who like used to do the hobby like 20 years ago, for example, and then came back to it. You know, each to their own, I suppose. Everyone's got their reasons. I know a lot of people say that like life happened in terms of having to, you know, like they started a family and had to go to work and stuff like that. Couldn't really commit to the hobby in the same way they wanted to, so they sort of stopped doing it. Now that life's calmed down, they've sort of come back full circle. I suppose I'm lucky, really. I'm 38. My kids are teenagers. Don't get me wrong, they still need plenty of attention, but nowhere near as much as when they were like 1 to 8 years old, for example. So I can sort of do it now. I don't have to worry about stopping and coming back to the hobby, which is quite nice. I know not everyone stopped and came back to the hobby, but I know that's the case for some people.
You have no idea how much better that makes me feel. Because I could have swore you only had like a year or two into the hobby, and it was pissing me off
how good he was.
So 5 years makes me feel a lot better about that.
So Hayden's got 5 years. Apex is 7 years. Nice.
I'm still the old man.
You're still the old man. I'm 6 months. I think Sleet, you're about a couple of months into it as well, from what I understand. Frankie, you've been involved for quite a few years, from what I remember you saying before. Please correct if I'm wrong. Laughing my ass off. Oh, painting the wrong bloody leg. Painting the blue bits behind his legs and his backside. A bit that probably no one will ever see, but, you know, got to do it anyway. All right, okay, this is going well. Nice. It's nice to see how busy the stream is tonight as well for the 1,000 sub celebration. There's loads of people here. Some people are dropping in and out, which is fine, obviously. But yeah, it's nice to see so many people turn up to show their support, share their miniatures in the Discord. Yeah, Sleep 3 months ish. Yeah, I knew it hadn't been too long. Postage a night. Valiant 2. Cool. I'll have a check of those just in a moment. I've been in and out many times. Started before 2nd edition came out in 92, I think. Wow. So you've been in the hobby a long time then. Eddie, how long have you been in for then? Because you've been as long as Frankie? 2nd edition?
No, Frankie technically started before me then. I think I came in tail end of 5th?
Ah, so Frankie's our longest serving Warhammer member. Nice.
I think that's when I came into the tabletop.
Where priming them in black would have helped, would have been a shadow. Yes, no, that is one thing I have come to realise actually about priming in white. And I did notice that when I was doing my Ork the other day, is there were some areas of the Ork that were difficult and fiddly to get to. And had it have been a black primer, I could have quite easily have not worried as much and left it as a shadow for sure. That is my one of the cons that I have picked up from doing this in white. For sure.
White will give you better saturation, so if you're working with a high saturation color like the blue that you're working, a yellow, a bright red, anything that's really high in saturation like that, you're better served with a white primer. But anything that's lower in saturation, or if you want to save yourself some work on the shadows, then yeah, black primer is usually the go-to. That being said, it's harder to build up from black than it is from white.
Yeah, that's also what I've noticed as well. There's pros and cons to both, isn't there?
Yeah, so any color or any paint that has trouble applying consistently, you're going to struggle a lot more with a black base coat than you will with a white. So, yeah, pros and cons. Swings and roundabouts.
It certainly does.
That's why I like Zenithals personally, because it gives you the best of both worlds.
From the top, the white Zenithal spray can thing that they do, or with airbrushes.
I use an airbrush because it gives you better results than a spray can does. But yeah,
yeah, spray can would be my only option, but I know exactly what you mean. That is something I'm still yet to try. Actually, is the old Zenithal. I could do it. I've got the spray can colours now to do it if I wanted to. Might be something I try at some point.
I think you'd be better served if you tried slap chop before you tried Zenithal with a rattle can.
You reckon?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Zenithals through a rattle can because it has to have the propellant in it. The consistency of the paint that comes out of rattle cans, it's meant for base coating, so it's very thick, it's very large pigments. And
right.
You want something a lot finer.
Okay.
With a Zenithal. Not to say that you can't do it with rattle cans, you absolutely can. But But it's just one of those things that personally I've never liked the results that rattle cans give for Zenithals.
Yeah, I've seen people do it. I've just not done it myself.
And as always, experiment. See what works for you. Damn it, I missed 2 joules. Son of a bitch.
Right, getting back to the comments. About 6 since I returned to the hobby, slightly before COVID. Went to Edinburgh, saw Warhammer store. Went for nostalgia, left 150 quid poorer. Yep, that's what Warhammer does to you. I don't like using the mini holder. I just grab it with my greasy hands. I've tried both. I've tried with and without. And I do definitely prefer the mini holder for sure. I just feel like I can get around the mini better. But I know that it's not for everyone. And I know, for example, if you were to do a sub-assembly, using a mini holder would be like completely impossible to a degree, dependent on how much of the mini you've sub-assembled to the base.
That's the problem I have right now.
So, all right, let's leave that dry for a hot minute. I'll catch up on comments and we'll see what the mini looks like in just a moment. Wash my brush first. Can move the fingers, but the wrist is so stiff due to the reattached tendons. Yeah, it'll be a while, I reckon, before you can. Once it's healed properly and you're doing all of the right physiotherapy through the healing process, the movement will come back naturally over time. The worst thing you can do is not do any form of movement whatsoever during the recovery process. I only know this because I studied physiotherapy at medical school in a much younger life.
And I will say that you also have to believe that it's going to get you better, because I don't know how many old, sad, sorry fuckers I saw every single week who did all of their exercises and did everything that their doctor told them and never got any better because they just never expected to get any better.
Yeah, you gotta will it into existence for sure. Thought you did the Orks for green and yellow going down easier. Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. It did feel that way. It definitely felt that way.
Oh yeah, that made the yellow way easier for you.
100%. Slides and seesaws, definitely. Got Tamiya flat white for doing mine. Worked really well. I haven't had any Tamiya products yet. I bought some Tamiya glue the other week. Or should I say the missus bought me some and said I can't have it until Christmas, which is a massive tease because it's like 5 months away. So, yeah, I wasn't happy about that. It was like, good in one hand, slap in the face in the other hand. She bought me a whole bunch of stuff, to be honest with you. And she was like, nope, got all this stuff for you for Christmas. I'm like, I think I might have mentioned this in the last stream, actually. Mad how good modern medicine is. Because long time ago, would have not been able to fret. Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. Absolutely spot on. Right, okay, whilst we wait for the miniature to dry, I am going to check Discord very quickly because I know a lot of you have been posting pictures in the Discord, so I do need to wait for that to dry. So let me have a look at what you guys have been posting. Thousand Suns Banner Bearer. Very nice. That red's got cracking shine to it. Fair play. That red and gold mix is really nice. Very nice indeed. Aha, yes, I've just seen the heraldry and markings from Hayden and then the different companies for Ultramarines from Lowen as well. I definitely need to look into this stuff more, especially when I start painting the bulk of my Ultramarines. I can freehand, but it looks like this. Do you know what, Sleet? I'm not joking. I think that's literally what my freehand will look like. I've not even tried to do any freehanding yet, to be honest with you.
It's like anything else, it just takes practice.
And I'm just now looking at your Joy Toy collection as well, Lowen. That is Some collection. Wow. The dreadnoughts that you've got are freaking huge, bro. Jeez.
Yeah, I love
Nice.
Joy Toys.
They are big. See, Joy Toys are the sort of thing, and I know Eddie loves it when I say this, if I had a dedicated workspace, if I had one, I would get Joy Toys, and it would be covered in Chaplains. Absolutely covered in Chaplains. Oh, in fact, hold on. What's that website called? So there's a website called U2s, which is spelled YOUTOOZ. And they do these these little characters in boxes, which are quite cool. They look a little bit like Funko Pops, but they're not Funkos. And they've got a Chaplain there at the moment for like 30 odd quid. I've had my eye on it for a while, but I wouldn't be able to have it in the setup that I've got. It'll be one of the first things I buy if I ever have my own space.
One day, Chappie.
One day. The dream will happen. Oh, I'm stubborn. I won't take this laying down. Absolutely, that's exactly the attitude to have, Apex. I see a shed in your future. I'd take a shed. I 100% would. Absolutely.
That would require a yard.
I know. I do have an attic. That could work. Time to reclaim the corner of that space room, spare room, Chappie. I know. I did used to have my own space. It used to be an office when I used to work at home. So there is potential. Got all 3 Leviathan Dreadnoughts. Yeah, I saw them in the back. They're freaking huge, bro. Fair play. Absolutely.
I'm going to step outside for a minute. I'll be back.
Yeah, no worries. Right, I'm just going to clean my paintbrush off pretty good. I just realised I hadn't cleaned it very well. And then we're going to look at the blue on this Ultramarine. Make sure it's dried properly. And then if it has, we might move on to some other colours. I've got my reference picture in the background. Just making sure this is properly clean. Oh yeah, 100% I'll need an AC if I did it in the loft. 1,000,000%, especially with the weather we've had in the last few weeks. But yeah, it's a potential. If I did as well, I'd have a much better general setup as well for streaming. Right, okay, that looks like the brush is clean. Looks pretty good, Right, okay, let's have a little look at the next colours. Once this is dry, for ease of a cleanup, work the bottom most surfaces upwards, so I'd shift to the next blue for the armour. I have a chalet bungalow, so all my stuff is upstairs, which would have been the loft, and it's unbearable before I had it installed. Yeah, see, yeah, exactly that. So we've got like lots of stuff up in there, like, you know, the usual kind of like we've got like suitcases up there for when we go on holiday, Christmas decorations, and, you know, other bits and bobs as well. And every time we go up there to just grab random bits, it is like horrific. Like a sauna, basically. Right, let's have a look at this. Make sure the coverage is nice. Right, no more boat, no more. Right, there's a couple of places that I've missed, which I need to make sure that I get. Too much of a perfectionist, see? Making sure we've got the coverage that we want everywhere. That looks good there. Alright, doesn't look like I've missed any other bits. There's a little bit in there. Aha. Okay, I think we're pretty good. Well, I'm off this time. See you a lot later. Like I said before, Apex, thank you very much for coming along. I really do appreciate the support. And hopefully whenever we see you next, you're feeling a lot better. You can give us an update on how things are. That'd be nice. I'm a desert rat. Give me a warm sun and hot sands, and I'll stretch it out into shit like a lizard. Yeah, have a good rest of your evening, Apex. Absolutely. See you, Triples. Take it easy, bro. Thank you very much. Okay. I've just seen another bit. This is what I do. Hey, what am I like, eh? What am I like? Right. I gotta stop picking, otherwise it'll be here all bloody night. Right, okay. Please tell me I'm done. Alright, I think I'm actually done this time. Too picky for my own good. I find it hilarious that the part of the hobby is literally watching paint dry. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, it's at least half of it, isn't it? Absolutely. That's why I got a heat gun, so I don't have to watch it dry. Well, that's why I was happy when I found out I bought a heat gun at some point. I don't actually remember why I bought it. Yeah, I've got a hairdryer. Clearly not for my hair. It's not my. When I say I've got a hairdryer, let's be clear. Before someone says something in the chat, which I know someone is now going to say in the chat because I've said it, my missus has a hairdryer. I clearly do not own a hairdryer. If I was to own one, there'd be some serious questions. I'm just waiting for the comments to roll in the chat now. I've literally walked into that one. As I lost my hair, just use an old hairdryer. Yeah, oh, there we are. Kind. I was expecting way worse. Maybe there are some fellow baldies in the chat. As for the beard, I do grow facial hair, just never beard. Never grown a beard before. Grown it out quite a little bit. Never to the standard of a beard, I'd say. I could see why you'd need one for it, though. Right. Right, Bo, no more. No. Yep, we all go to the same barber. Okay, I might have to. Oh, there we are. There's a lot of baldies in the chat. I meant mine. I tried the hairdryer, but put out too much air for things like texture paints. Right. Righty. Oh, my camera's glitching again. I just realised that. What the hell? Oh. Well, okay, my camera's just glitching randomly. That's the first time that's happened. I'm not sure why that's happened. Right, Bo, down. Come on. Down. Down. Right, come on. Oh, right, down we go. The follically challenged. Oh God, some motorbikes just went past. The follically challenged chat. Might have to start a fund for the follically challenged. They dig silver foxes, huh? I wouldn't know, Eddie. Right, down. Right, no more. Down. Right, let's get this reference picture back up. See what we need to do next. So, we have got gold, lots of gold. Lots and lots of gold. Brown and red. There are other colours as well, like silvers for the sword and for the shield. But there is a lot of gold. A lot of gold. Right, Bo, no more. Please, no more. Please. Oh, do you know what I've forgotten to do? Oh, my Lord, look. It's Power Pack. Is Power Pack supposed to be blue? There's not a poxy bit of blue on there. What an idiot. Right, my camera is doing all sorts of weirdness. And I'm not sure why. There's nothing in the chat, nothing in the stream that says, and on my phone it's coming up perfectly fine. Oh no, it's okay now. I have no idea what's going on.
Wouldn't be technology if it worked right all the time.
It's the first time it's ever happened, to be honest. I don't know.
And it's so weird that it's just your phone camera.
I'm going to assume it's something to do with my phone then. Because on my
fine now.
It is glitching on my phone as well. I'm looking at my phone and it's glitching. It's doing it if it carries on. Obviously, I'll end.
Do you have a bunch of apps open on your phone?
No, I've got none. I make sure every time I use my phone that the everything's like updated and there are no apps running in the background. And I put it on charge as well, because there was this one time I forgot to put it on charge and it ran out of battery like midstream, which was not good.
Funny.
Yeah. All part of being new to streaming, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna have to figure it out at some point.
Lagging on my end. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so it is coming through on stream as well. What is going on? This is the first time this has happened. Sorry about this, guys. Let me have a look quickly if there is anything Do you reset your phone before the stream? Yes, I did. I reset the phone. I reset the app. Go slow and then really fast. Yeah, this is the first time in the 6 months I've been doing this has ever happened. What's really annoying is there's nothing coming up. Nothing coming up at all in the settings or in anything really that says that it's like lagging and stuff, you know, which is really odd.
No, it's got to be either the GPU or the CPU in your phone that's struggling to keep up with the image that it's trying to capture at the same time as it's trying to send that data out. Which is why my initial instinct was like, oh, is there something else running in the background?
You're still doing it now.
Disconnect the source, kill out the app, reopen it, and then try that. See if that works.
Yeah. Right, guys, give me 2 minutes. I am going to still be here. You'll be able to hear me. You just won't be able to see anything. So just give me 2 minutes to see if I can sort this out.
Now we find out if Chappie has an AFK screen.
I do. Right, let's unplug that.
Oh, that's a good point. Is it hot? Is it overheating?
Yeah, it is hot.
So it may just be overheating. That may be why. You got a little desk fan you can point at it?
Unfortunately, no. Right.
Got a little bowl of ice you can drop it into for a couple minutes? Hey man, I'm from the desert. I know how to fucking work this shit. I know how to deal with heat.
Let's have a look at a few things quickly.
During the heat of our hottest part of the season every year, when you're driving around, if you don't have AC on in your car, your phone will just shut down because it overheats. So you can't use it to like play music or anything like that.
Damp tea towel could work. Yeah, you're right. Right, let me take the case off as well.
Let it breathe.
This could be a sign to get a new phone. And that's not because I need a new phone, as in like I'm one of these people that get a new phone every year. My phone is 7 years old.
So you may actually legitimately
like it was an actual genuine. I'm not one of these people that's like mad for tech.
Club, as a fellow engineer, that's very dangerous advice because you have to know where to hit it with the hammer. That's why engineers get paid the big bucks, because they know where to hit it with the hammer, not that they know to hit it with the hammer. I'm down in sunny New Mexico, sir, southwest of the U.S.
All right, I will be back in 2 seconds. I am going to try something a bit damp on the back of it to cool it down. 2 secs.
Have fun. Yeah, it's also true. Which hammer to use? Yeah, you don't want to be busting out a ball peen when you need a claw. Okay. Heat gun. Oh, my battery's dead. I actually have to watch the oil dry. That's not fun.
Out of the way. Okay.
Oh, I was just about to give you something, Sleety, because I just saw your comment, but he's coming back now. That's good. So, we talk about the fact that we like to breathe oxygen as human beings, but in reality, all
Hold
oxygen
on, let me
really
put my
does to our
headphones back
system.
in so I can hear what's going down. Right, boat, down. This is not the time.
Is slowly set our blood on fire. In reality, what keeps us alive is the
Boat,
nitrogen
no.
in the air,
No.
but it's not something that you hear people
No.
talk about. So anytime you go to an oxygen bar, all you're really doing is paying money to kill yourself faster by just burning your blood. So it's one of those things that may make you feel good in the moment, but is it really beneficial in the long term? Welcome back, Chappie.
Yeah, I'm just reading the comments now and got the back end of that conversation. It's quite interesting. Right, Bo? No, this is not the time, Bo. Oh, do you know what?
Yeah, there's a reason rust is called oxidization. Oxygen is not a very kind molecule.
I really hope I don't have to end the stream. That'll suck. It'd be typical as well to have to end the stream on the stream where we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers, like.
Purely because of technical difficulties.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know. Personally, to me, that's the peak of comedy.
Alright, I've got a fan on in here now. Managed to get a fan. Taken the case off, and I've cooled it down with some paper towels. Right. Hopefully, fingers crossed,
Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Let's glue those in place.
stream has turned into a podcast and I'm here for it. To be fair, Club Me, we are like a bit of a sort of like a half and half. We don't just talk Warhammer. We're not just painters. Right.
I'm what you refer to as a jack of all trades. You name a job, I've probably done it at some point in my life, or something tangentially related to it.
Okay. That is good.
I've had a total of 29 legitimate jobs, 31 if you count the illegitimate jobs across my life.
Just trying to get rid of something on the screen now. Epoxy app thing. No, that'll have to do. Might be in the way slightly. Whoa!
Did I glue her legs wrong? What's going on here? Oh, that's what's going on.
Right, okay. Sorry about that, guys. My phone is going absolutely bananas.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Right.
What did I just do? Oh, I popped off her head. That's okay.
I think we might finally be okay. Sorry about all this, guys. Feet Finder Creator. Right. Let's do some drills. Okay.
I must have messed up her legs somewhere. That's way off. Well, ain't shit I can do about it now.
Okay. It looks good. Looks good. We look like we're up to speed now.
Wait, are we talking about feet? I have a fun one about feet. Do we want to hear about feet?
Oh, my dog's barking now because it's somewhere else. Oh.
Yeah, go take care of your dog so I can tell him about feet.
Right. I think we're okay, guys. I think it might have been my phone overheating annoyingly. And now we've got that annoying fecking watermark in the middle of the screen, which I normally get rid of, but for some reason it's there.
Hey, it's better to have that and have it functioning than not have it working.
I will take it as a win.
Yep.
Right, where were we? We were painting a power pack. Or attempting to. Right, I need some more paint for my palette. Just a little drop. Smallest little dollop. Okay, right. Let's get this power pack painted.
All right, where'd her head go? There it is.
We are back in the room, guys. Thank the Lord. Not that I'm religious, but thank the Lord.
Did you grow up Catholic too?
No, actually. Just, you know.
Oh, okay. Most people who I find in my life who are like, yeah, I'm not religious, I'm like, oh, you grew up Catholic too, huh? And they're like, yeah, weirdly.
It's just something that I say. For no reason.
Hayden's like, so about that. Hayden, you're going to have to wait till the next time he goes AFK. I'm sorry.
So about them
that'll
feet.
be my next one I keep in the chamber.
Okay. Was that off the back of seeing my feet, or?
No. Somebody said about I don't club me. I don't know why he said fine feet creator.
Because my feet did creep into.
No, that may be why.
They did
I missed
creep
that.
into the angle. My hairy knees and my feet were on show for a few seconds. Obviously, because of the camera being downward facing, where the camera is for the coffee. Ah! My dog's attacking my armpit.
Yeah, see, Hayden's in that same boat.
It's
No, I will.
never a disappointing stream. No, bro,
so.
no.
I will say, Hayden, I'm not personally an atheist. I am agnostic. There's not enough scientific evidence one way or the other to confirm nor deny the existence of a higher power. But I've always found the concept of a god that keeps attendance very baffling. Just a strange concept to me.
Oh. Headphones are falling out. It's all going on tonight.
Chappie's losing his mind.
You know what it is? It's because I'm streaming midweek. My body's like, what are you doing? It's throwing me right off.
I just figured you'd want to celebrate, so I was like, are you streaming?
Oh, no, it was, yeah, no, I definitely wanted to, 100%.
And I figured if somebody else prompted it, that would give you a better excuse with your family.
OnlyFans for your only toes. Think Stephen Fry's take is great.
I can't say I personally know that one off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to pull her back off to get this head on there.
Bum, 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 bum. I would post a certain custom mini, but I don't know if it's appropriate. Well, explain what it is, and we go from there. We're pretty dark.
Having to moderate for a couple of different Warhammer channels, I'll say the general rule of thumb across most channels is there visible nip? Is there visible lip? Is there visible dong? If you can answer no to all three of those questions, it's fine to post.
There we are. You heard it here first. That's a pretty good...
transubstantiation? Yeah, Catholics really don't like it when you bring up transubstantiation.
Oh no, the stream's doing that thing again.
Uh-oh.
Ah, for fudge sake.
Is it the same one I vetted before, Lo? For Astra vibes?
Oh, God.
Is the fan pointing at the phone?
Yeah, I've got my aircon unit on. The phone isn't hot this time, though.
Okay.
I don't know if there's been a
Yeah, no, that's fine, Lo.
an update.
That's fine, Lo. I know exactly which model it is, and it's fine. There's no children as far as we know.
Yeah, there shouldn't be. Oh, guys, I'm really sorry, but this technical issue doesn't seem to be going away. Oh, no, it is. I don't know what's going on. Seems to be alright now. Is it okay or not? Right, bow down, please. I'm trying to sort out tech problems. Yay! One that we've never had before, but we do now.
Yeah, it's growing pains.
Oh, it seems to be alright a sec. Looks okay on my end, mate. Ay, ay, ay. Good. I'm glad it does look good, because it's frustrating as hell. Because I've used this phone and this setup for 6 months with no issues.
And now
Getting
suddenly it's
in
being
a tiz over what to focus on. But yeah, potentially. That's not a bad shout, actually. Maybe I need to... Maybe the apps had an update without me realising and something's changed in the settings. Because like I said, I've used this now for, what, 6 months? And I've not had any issues at all. Not a single issue. Right, I call the power pack done. Thankfully. Made a bit of a mess here and there, but hey ho, it is what it is. Okay, let's put that down. Let the camera rest for a minute. Yeah,
Don't touch it. Let it dry.
Yeah, as soon as the stream finishes, whenever we finish tonight, I will have a look at the settings, see what's going down, because that is rather frustrating. But it is what it is.
All right. Well, that was risky. All right, cool. All right, I need to let that dry. So what should I work on next?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm letting mine dry a sec as well. For a little hot second.
Like I still had tons of Slanesh I need to chew through. I have a pack of rats.
Ooh, pack of rats sounds good.
Should I do the rats next?
You know, I do like if you're referring to Skaven, then yes.
All right. Rattling guns it is.
It's just me. I'm having a drink. That's all. Just having a drink. Oh wow! What a way to celebrate 1,000 subscribers, eh? We had loads of people come in and show their support, which I'm very grateful of. We've had fun facts from Eddie, because it wouldn't be a stream unless we had them. And we've had technical problems. Oh, and obviously, you know, the star of the show, of course, Bo, doing what she does best, which is nag the life out of me. So we've had it all going on tonight, haven't we?
That was great on my end because of the delay. Bo popped up literally the millisecond you said her name. She just like popped into frame. I know it won't end up that way on the stream, but
No.
it's just funny because of the delay.
The timing. Hey, stop biting my bloody headphone wire. No. Can't have that. It's not a toy. It is not a toy.
This is one sprue? You're shitting me. Oh no, it's a sprue and a half.
Come on, get down. Down. That's it. Oh, righty then. As we're waiting for this miniature to dry, now would be a good time to ask for all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen to drop a like on the stream if you haven't done so already, and subscribe.
I'm sure they all have.
Yeah,
subscribe, I don't know about, but
any new faces that haven't subscribed, feel free to do so. If you have enjoyed today's live stream and this is your cup of tea, then subscribe. Liking and subscribing is absolutely free. And if you want to support the channel beyond just liking and subscribing, there are memberships. All the details are in the memberships tab if you click join. No pressure to do so, because just being here and watching is more than enough, which I'm incredibly grateful for. So thank you once again for everyone coming along this evening and showing their support. It is much appreciated for all you lovely faces to be spending your Wednesday mornings, afternoons or evenings with me and Eddie.
So I get what they did, but if I was new to this hobby, these instructions would be a nightmare.
Alderzone says, what a deal. Might have to go make a cuppa. Oh, yeah, go get a cuppa. It'd be rude not to have a cuppa. Absolutely, go grab one. In fact, whilst I wait for this to dry, I'm going to go grab myself a can of Pepsi. Got my Captain Titus professionally painted. You got him professionally painted. Ooh, pop a picture in the chat for us whilst I go grab a can of Pepsi. I'll be 30 seconds.
Alright, that sounds like he's up. So, fun fact about the human mind. When you think about particular body parts, there's particular portions of your brain that quote-unquote light up. It's basically those parts of your brain activating as you think of those particular parts of yourself. Now, most of them make sense in how they activate. For instance, when you think about your head, that activates a part that's right next to the part of the brain that activates when you think about your neck. Which makes sense because those two are right next to each other, and that's pretty much how it's wired. You think about your shoulders, that activates the part that's right next to the part that activates when you think about your neck. Where this gets funny is, for whatever reason in the human brain, the portion that activates when you think about feet is right next to the portion that activates when you think about genitals. And very often there's some cross wiring that'll happen. And so that's why feet fetishes are arguably the most common fetish that exists across the human population, is because we have a predisposition biologically to be wired to be attracted to feet, which is really, really interesting in my opinion. Oh, I don't have the chat open. I can't see any reactions to this. Let me get the chat back open.
I am back.
Feet.
I am back.
Not yet, Club. I promise
Fluff all
I'm
over the
working
floor
on
because
it.
the dog's ripped up a teddy.
Welcome back, sir.
I can see all the comments. Oh, does Eddie have a YouTube channel too? As far as I'm aware, no. I'm sure you've probably already answered that question. But he heavily features on my channel. Most of the time when I stream, he's here. Feet time. Was tempted to get Reboot Gilliman done. I will be getting good old Reboot Gilliman at some point. Obviously, need to get him for my my Ultramarines army. And Sleet, I know you collect Ultramarines too, so we might have to do it. We could do it at the same time. That'd be pretty cool. Wow, that explains some people that I've met then. I see, still don't understand why people are into feet though. Gosh darn it. not to kink shame or anything. Okay, so I can only assume that the topic of conversation in my absence was something to do with feet.
Welcome back, Chaplain.
You won't get this on any other Warhammer channels. Let me tell you that much.
Especially because of my favorite part of this is the only way for you to have
Down.
context is for you
No.
to go back after
Naughty.
the fact and watch the stream
Naughty, down.
yourself.
Yeah, like I did last time. I remember when I watched it back and I was like, oh, okay. Right, Bo, no, down. 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 No. 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 You're going to shout at me now, aren't you? No. No. Thank you. I've been cursed with knowledge. I remember.
Knowledge is a curse.
I remember when we were. I don't think it was the last stream. I think it might have been the stream before. And you were doing this exact same thing every time I went to sort the dog out, grab a drink, whatever. You were doing the usual facts. And Hi and Hal was like, "I've got PTSD. Please never leave again." What happens in AFK stays in AFK. Like I said, you don't get this on other Warhammer channels.
That's true.
Bobby G and Calgar are built and ready to be primed at some point. Oh, nice. Nice. I do definitely plan to get Bobby G and Calgar at some point. I don't even have them bought, but they will be bought. I did hear a rumour that good old Roberto, is getting a new model, actually. Don't know how true it is, but I did hear that he might be getting a new one.
No, Hayden, I totally understand, but at the same time, we have to have limits on what we discuss. You and I can talk about glass bottom boats anytime you want, though. I need to go grab a granola bar. I'll be right back.
No worries. Shower thoughts, he calls them. Is it bad that knowledge is tame to me? Right, Bo, come on. Time to get down. Down. Nope. Right. Let's hopefully... I can't give you any weird and wonderful AFK thoughts in Eddie's absence, unfortunately, guys. I think that's a between chat and Eddie thing. And I'll keep it between a chat and Eddie thing. I'll keep it boring and stick to the painting and answering your questions in chat. And Eddie can bring you the wonderful facts that he brings you each and every time I have to leave. But weird and wonderful fact aside, you do need to give this backpack, or power pack should I call it, it's definitely not a backpack, is it, a second coat real quick before we move on to some other colours. I've heard RG might get a new model too. I'd rather they release a new Primarch first, though. Yeah, to be fair, like, as much as I love the fact that Ultramarines do get a lot of love, I think from a wider picture point of view, because I know there's a lot more than just Ultramarines in Warhammer, I think they do need to look at some other stuff. Because at the moment in the lore, I know that you've got, Lionel Johnson and Rabute are the only Loyalist Primarchs that are back. And then with all the lore that dropped recently around Iron Warriors, we can expect a Peter Turbo mini to drop at some point. If they did bring another Loyalist Primarch back next, who do you think it would be realistically? Who would be the most logical, from a lore point of view, which they would then back up with a new mini? Who would the most logical, based on the lore, be, do you think?
Not necessarily based on the lore, but the con, probably.
On the what, sorry?
Probably the con for the White Scars. I mean, lore-wise, it kind of fits because he's one of the missing loyal Primarchs, but more so that already is kind of a focus faction within Space Marines.
Yeah.
And so it'd be easy enough for them to take 2 or 3 kits and then spin it off into its own army.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the White Scars of Khan, to be honest.
I don't see him doing Korax purely because he's supposed to be mutated, unless they also bring Lorgar out, and Vulcan is another one that they could absolutely bring back.
Yeah, Vulcan's an interesting one because didn't he go missing on Armageddon, which is obviously the next sort of logical law.
He's also one of the perpetuals, so he can't technically die, which makes him very easy to bring back.
And could they not do a Rogel Dawn thing as well because of Perturabo? Because they haven't really confirmed if he's dead, have they? There's just a hand. Oh, there's a lot of you saying. Yeah, Baptiste, Perturabo, Russ, Comrade Cross Corex, Russ. Maybe not from a lore point of view. Vulcan, Korax, Vulcan. That Fleabag can stay in the warp. I'm going to assume you mean Lorgar. Vulcan.
I don't know if it'll actually be Dorn.
Tiberius the Red Wake. Tiberius the Red Wake should get a new model. He had one before. He can't buy
right
two.
Back 2 seconds.
Khan would require some setup in the lore though, or it would be Dawn. Yeah, recently there's been some talk about Dawn. Yeah, I just think from a lore point of view, in my head, and this is me being new to Warhammer, so I could be missing the point here, could be missing something big time. Vulcan went missing on Armageddon, which is obviously the next big thing in 11th edition, so that would be an obvious one, right? But then obviously you've got Perturabo coming back, and didn't Dawn apparently die because of Perturabo and his hand and all that stuff? What's the crack with Russ then?
The only reason I don't see Dorn being the next one to come back is because they've already tried a few Imperial Fist-centric look models, and none of them really sold very well or took off, with the exception of fringe cases. So, like, I'm thinking of the Centurion specifically. And so I could see them as them kind of testing the waters when they were trying to figure out initially which Loyalist Primarchs to bring back. And the Dark Angels refresh sold really well, so that naturally meant they went, okay, we can look at the Angel. Yeah. Everybody loves Ultramarines, so of course they were going to look at Reboot Gilman. But I have a feeling those units, like the Centurions, were kind of like a test bed for should we maybe bring back Dorn as well?
Yeah.
And because that didn't sell very well, they went, oh no, let's not. Let's put that one on the back burner and have that one come later. And the reason why I think it'll be the Khan is because it's really easy to just take the pre-existing bike molds that they have, the Outriders and the ATVs and things like that, and then just add something to them to make them White Scars. And then all of a sudden you've got 4 to 6 new data sheets, and it's its own spin-off army, and it's like the Blood Angels or the Dark Angels or anything like that.
It's going to be interesting which route they take. Because Sleety says here as well, Dawn could use Big E's Power Claw to replace his hand. Just the same way the Lion has the shield and Bobby G has a sword. And then Hayden also says that Lehman Russ could have a higher chance of returning, especially with all the Space Wolf refreshes recently, which is another good point. That's another good point. It's going to come down to money, isn't it, really? What's going to sell well. Basically, they have now released all Chaos God specific Primarchs. Logically, they would also release the Loyalists that have the most unique chapter model, right? Oh, so yeah, Outer Zone says reckons Russ as well.
And while they have released all the Chaos God specific ones, we still don't have a Chaos God undivided one, which would be Word Bearers if they get their own spin-off army.
Yeah, Outer Zone does go on to say that he prefers what you said though, expand the White Scars, Salamanders and like, or Bobby, as my dyslexic brain spelt it. No, I knew what you meant. Vulcan can get the Emperor's lustrous hair. I think I might have to fight him for that first, to be honest with you.
I think if we start seeing, because right now it seems, and this is going to be me talking meta right now, right now in the meta, we're seeing how important of a role terrain and cover is playing on the game now. And so I won't be surprised if we start seeing a lot more Salamanders players, because their rules essentially just kind of subvert that
Isn't
protection.
White Scars all about speed as well, though, with regards to like their vehicles? Because that, again, leaning into what 11th edition is potentially going to be all about, that then leans into your theory about Khan as well, no?
Yes and no. I would say 10th was more about being maneuverable and having the speed involved. Right now, from everything that I'm seeing about 11, objectives are almost traps, as opposed to the entire purpose of the game like it was in 10.
Yeah.
Like, that's still how you score points, and that's still ultimately how you win the game. But with how cover and how deadlier everything's getting, they almost seem to be kind of traps.
Yeah.
And so that's why I almost wonder if we're going to start to see a lot more Salamander players, because their flamer weapons all overtake all of that cover save and everything like that. And
yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. But if that's the case, then I could see the next most likely shifting to being Vulcan as opposed to the Khan. Because again, they're going to want to lean, because the Salamander kits sell relatively well, like the Salamander screws and everything like that.
And with everything
Everybody
being an Armageddon, it's the easy, obvious choice, isn't it?
Exactly. And so if that starts to happen, I could see him go, oh, okay, never mind, let's shift, let's do Vulcan next.
Yeah.
Bring out some new Salamander kits, and then we'll do the Khan after that, and then we can measure interest in the... Well, but again, I keep overlooking Russ. But Russ is an easy enough one where all they have to do is just bring out Russ on his own. They don't have to, like... It's already its own army, so... I don't know if that one's even really worth being in the discussion. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know which one's going to be next.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be one of those three.
That's what makes it good for debate, doesn't it? Because they're at the moment, until they actually bring the next one out, we don't know. No one's... It's just opinion based, really. You know, whilst we say that, you know, it's logical that, you know, Khan comes back because of what you said, or because Vulcan comes back because of Armageddon. You know what Games Workshop are like. They'll end up bringing some fucking random ass
It'll be
Primarch. Yeah, it'll be Korax, and everyone will be like, what the fuck?
You gave us the giant crow, dude? Really?
Explain yourself.
That means word bearers are coming, right? Nope. What? Why do you hate chaos?
Russ is hinted to be looking for the Tree of Life that's hinted to be in Nurgle's garden, which could be related to Minor Eldar God to heal the Emperor. That would be a very good plot. Salamander transfers even come with the regular Space Marine kits these days, which is good for the wider audience as well, absolutely. So far, Chaos Undivided Primarchs don't have a model yet, such as Iron Warriors. Recently, Perturabo was officially revealed, though, through artwork. Yes, that's what I was referring to earlier, yeah, the artwork. No news on Lugar and Alfarius so far.
Go ahead.
I'd rather they do Salamanders and Raven Guard, but I think Russ would sell a lot of Space Wolves for GW. Yeah, Space Wolves are a very popular bunch, it seems. I would make the Carcharodons, but they don't have an upgrade options, do they? Not that I'm aware of. The Carcharodons, though, the Space Sharks? Is that right?
Correct.
The Korax model has the potential to look absolutely badass, though. Oh, yeah, with the wings and all that, it would look awesome.
Well, and he's warped.
I hope Nurgle captures Russ in a jar. Oh, dear.
The only reason I don't think it'll be Perturabo as opposed to Lorgar next is a very similar reason for Dorn. I feel like Vashtor was them kind of testing the waters to see if people were interested in Iron Hands, and Vashtor didn't do very well. But on the flip side of that, the new Defiler everyone has fallen in love with, and that is very, very Iron Hands, so...
Yeah, that Defiler, man, jeez.
That's why I lay for Chaos Undivided. I think if they do give, Chaos Undivided its own standalone army outside the Black Legion, I think it'll be Word Bearers, purely because that gives them the most malleability and unique opportunity for hero characters.
Ignore the barking.
Which is what they usually sell these armies on.
Yeah. Oh, Hayden comes up with a good can't even think of the word.
Hypothetical.
Yes, there we are. He says that he would love if they gave us 2 versions of Korax, one as the mutated bird demon and one as a regular Primarch model, kind of like Miao Ying from Old World, but man can dream. Korax, would he not be killed instantly if he showed up like a massive bird? I'm not one to know that much about the lore, unfortunately, on that side of things. I'm still very new to the lore, still learning. So either Eddie's going to have to answer that for you or someone in the chat.
Yes and no. It depends on who gets to him first. If it's anyone within the Inquisition, yes, they're absolutely just going to murder him on sight, and that's going to be the end of it, regardless of who he is. If any of his Primarch brothers can be the ones to get to him first, then I could absolutely see them using their status to quote-unquote shield him from the Inquisition, and there would be some sort of test or something that he would have to undergo to prove his loyalty that would be a crusade or blah, 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 blah.
Like a what's it called? A penitence?
Yeah. There's workarounds is the point.
Yeah. I would do horrible things for a Defiler. Yeah, they are a pretty cool kit. Just give me Alpha Legion for 40k, please.
You have Alpha Legion.
Do you know what? I didn't realise, when I did the last lore video, because it was all based on like legions and stuff, one of the questions I asked, as you know, was like, give me your favourite legion, followed by, your top 3 or whatever. Yeah, I was surprised how much people love Alpha Legion, man. They're freaking, so many people like them.
Yeah.
Like, massively.
You have an Alpha Legion army. You just build any loyalist army, and you have an Alpha Legion army.
Right. There's not that much brown on this, which is quite good.
Yeah, but it's funnier if you use loyalist models.
I mean, how do you know that I don't already have Alpha Legion army already? I could just be lying.
There you go. That's Alpha Legion.
There we go.
It's one of those things that realistically, no matter how big of a fan of them you are, I don't ever actually see them becoming their own quote-unquote army, purely because that kind of defeats the purpose of them from a lore and narrative standpoint. Like, if you see Alpha Legion on the battlefield, something went way fucking wrong. So, it's one of those things that I don't actually see that one coming anytime soon, if at all.
Alzone says that he certainly looks like Alfarius. I said that in the video as well. When the picture came up of Alfarius, I said it straight away because I knew someone would say it in the comments. And they did. Someone did say in the comments that I looked like him.
Well, you're both bald and British. You are kind of doomed to be the villain.
Yeah, exactly. So I just got there before someone else did, because I knew someone would say it. So I thought, right.
Scrape, scrape, scrape.
There's not much brown on this model, but Still needs
No,
to
I
be
think it's
painted.
just belt and a couple of pouches, right?
Yeah.
That's most Space Marines, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're not painting cities of Sigmar over there.
Pretty straightforward stuff. I think that's why I like painting the characters, because there's just a little bit more to them. Would love a kill team of them, not gonna lie. Any one of them could be Alfarius, you just don't know. Just reminds me of Spartacus. Yes, I'm Alfarius. Everyone's Alfarius. He's also wearing a bluish shirt too. I'm also wearing a bluish shirt, yeah. The Roman dangly bits that I forget the name of.
It's not called a tabard. It has a name. Oh, that's gonna bug me now, and I'm too lazy to look it up. 1 and 2. Actually, have these ladies dried yet?
D.
Yes, you have. Let's put you on your base. Set these guys aside.
Alright, okay. I don't think... Yeah, let me check my reference picture real quick. I don't think there's any other brown bits on this model. No.
Thank you, Sleety.
No, there isn't. It's just this bit here, which is officially called... Roman soldiers' belt are collectively called Voltia or Bolterus, where the entire belt assembly is the cingulum.
I have a feeling it's pronounced cinchulum.
I'm
knowing how language
Yeah.
evolved.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sleety. Much appreciated. I prefer Roman dangly bits, Outerzone says.
At the same time, that has a different implication if you think about it, though.
It could, yeah, depending on how that is perceived. That is a very good point.
Especially if you spell it like that.
Mm.
Don't worry, Alder. It'll make sense once the delay catches up.
You don't say. These iconic dangly bits weren't just for show. They were integral to Roman military aesthetic and function. The hanging leather strap, the small decorative metal discs or studs rivet on straps to catch the light and add weight to the straps. Pensila, the metal pendants or metal terminals attached to the very bottom of each strap. Oh yeah, these bits I'm going to paint gold, yes. There we go. Alright, I think that is the brown bits done. Easy peasy. Also love that I live in the capital of Roman Britannia. Where's that?
Oh, Britannia, Britannia.
The new
rules
Cato
the waves.
Sicarius model had got to be the worst Ultramarines model. I didn't realise.
I remember Calgar on the toilet. I'm still going to say that that's the worst Ultramarines model.
I have no knowledge of either of these models. But I'm an absolute sucker where I'll probably buy one of each. As long as it's the latest model of that version. If that makes sense. Whatever the current version of that model is at the time.
I'm just making a mess of all of this.
You what, sorry?
I'm just making a mess.
That's part of the fun, no?
Sure.
Oh,
I love putting down bright yellow when I'm working dark ass purple.
Nice.
At least it's not mystery yellow this time. I still have no idea where that yellow paint came from.
Yeah, you were
that
losing
day.
your mind about that.
I was genuinely like freaking losing it. I have no idea where the hell that yellow paint came from.
Yeah, it was quite funny because you weren't on the voice chat and you were just saying it in the YouTube chat. It was kind of like, what's going on? Like, I think everyone else was just as curious as to what was actually happening.
Yeah, no idea. I went to start work for the day, put down some paint on my palette, and then all of a sudden my hand was just covered in yellow paint, and I'm like, this is not the color. I think I was working dark blue. I'm like, where did this come from? And then like I went to go like touch my brush into my paint, and I went to go put it to the plastic, and as soon as I looked at my brush, there was yellow paint on it. I'm looking at my palette, and there's no yellow paint, and I'm like,
This doesn't make sense.
where is this yellow paint coming from?
Right. Whilst that dries, oh, who made channel ideas?
Let me. That's a rite of passage alone. It has to happen to all of us. But I'm personally anti-Null Noel, so.
Worth a look. Oh, yeah, Sleet, I just got your reactions suggestion. I'll have a look at that once the stream's finished. Who made the channel ideas channel?
It must have been fucking tinfoil. God damn it. Don't do drugs, kids.
I thought what's his face was the only one who could do that. Winifred.
No, can't. You know what? I'm just gonna pull up the Discord because I cannot remember his name for the freaking life of me. Never mind, I'm thinking of a different Discord channel I'm in. Shutting up. Yeah, it should just be you and Win. Is Win here?
I don't know.
He did that 4 days ago. Bullshit. I looked when we were streaming earlier, and that was not on there.
Yeah, that wasn't on there earlier.
I'm calling bullshit on that, Alder.
I got Noel Noel on. Colchester is said to be the oldest recorded town in Britain on the grounds that it was mentioned in the Pliny the Elder, who died in AD 79. Still have Roman city wall here. Oh, nice. I spilled an Agrax last night. It went bad. Fell off the table. My wife was like, you have something on your leg. Alderzone. Yeah, Alderzone said Winifred made it.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that.
I don't know.
We looked earlier. That was not there.
And now, Finest Fellas has said everything is proceeding exactly how I have foreseen. What the hell is going on? Oh my god. Right, as far as I'm aware, there is only one admin.
Look, Alder, if I want to be proved wrong, I'll go talk to my wife. You stay in your lane, sir.
Do you know what? I am absolutely baffled. Yeah, it should only be me and Win.
No, Win made it a few days ago. Alder's right. Yeah.
How do you know this?
Because if you scroll up in the Tetrarch chat above your oh so funny badge that you made, the like 2 messages about
What do you mean? Oh my god. I was just literally losing my mind then. Not that it matters. Because obviously we were talking about it at the start of the stream.
Hayden's right, it's yellow paint all over again.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly that. No one knows what's going on.
As long as Win does, that's all that matters.
Yeah, Win's the real architect here. It was just a bit of a coincidence. I didn't notice it because obviously I've been on the Discord, several times a day.
I looked when you brought it up.
Yeah,
I did not see one there earlier.
Yeah, but Alderzone is right.
Yeah,
Alderzone is right that he did mention it the other day. Oh well. I am confused as hell.
I don't know what Fellas is doing.
I don't know what Fellas is doing. Yeah, Fellas is just stirring the pot there, isn't he?
That just added more fuel to the fire.
Alderzone's like, we've obviously been hacked. Oh. Well, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. I just checked all the permissions on the channel and nothing's changed on the permissions, so yeah, it must have appeared the other day when Winifred mentioned doing it.
I do have a notoriously terrible search check.
Right, on that note, I need to quickly check my reference picture. Dum. So the majority of the next colours are gold, red and silver.
What's the next lowest down? Never mind, do the red because you need to do the cape. Because you're going to get red on other shit while you're doing the cape, and you want to be able to fix it now before there's a bunch of
and there's some red on the ropes across his chest as well.
So yeah, I'd work the red next.
Son of a bitch. Neon pink. Ha. Fellas is either lurking or his timing is impeccable. Yeah, I'm going to go with his timing is impeccable. It'd be...
Usually I'm the one trolling him. I don't know how this got turned on me.
The tables have turned. Oh yeah, what colour are those tassels on the back? Are they brown or not? Oh, they're like a bone colour.
That's fine. Me, there's a guy that owns a comic book shop that owes me booby tassels.
Wow. Okay. Alright, let's get the rest.
I love that that's a true statement.
Oh, this red's going to be a pain in the dick, innit?
Getting under the cape? Yeah, kinda.
Son of a...
Hold the model upside down. It makes getting the inside of the cape a lot easier.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the easy bit first and go with the outside.
Really, I do the inside first, and then just make all your mistakes so you know what you had to fix. Because like the outside's gonna be easy enough to do whatever.
Oh, we'll do the inside then. Let's do the
though.
inside. Inside, inside, inside.
Everybody's got their own way.
How many likes? Someone let me know how many likes we're on.
Last time I checked, it was more than people we had in the chat, so I haven't said anything for a while.
How-
21.
We've got 21 likes. Nice. Can we get to
Wow.
25? Who wants to help me get to 25? That would be lovely. 25.
I can take mine away.
20. We can go backwards. All right, corn red.
I love that red. That's one of my favorite reds.
Yeah, I do like it too. I quite like Mephiston red as well.
GW reds are great. That's one of their quality paint lines. Is their
Yeah,
reds.
I don't have Mephiston red though because I like corn red more. Plus, I bought corn red purposely because it was the suggested paint for Red Corsairs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I obviously have a bunch of Red Corsair related doodahs in the cupboard.
Now, because this is one of those funny colors, and because we've talked about creating your own custom colors in the past, if you ever need to brighten red, you cannot use white.
Oh, right.
All
really?
that does, yes, all that does is it makes it more pink. It doesn't actually brighten the red at all.
Really?
If you want to, yeah, so if you want to brighten red, you have to use a brighter shade of yellow than whatever red it is that you're trying to brighten up.
I would never have guessed that.
Exactly, but if you go too heavy on the yellow, you end up turning it into orange. So it is very much a balancing game. But red is one of those funny colors that you can't just bring up or down in hue like other colors with black and white.
Yeah. 21 after an F5. Remove the model from the rock base for better access to the inner cape. I would, but I stupidly glued it down. Because, as I said, I'm stupid.
No, it's not that you're stupid. You're just learning your mistakes.
Yes. And had it have not been a push fit, I would definitely have not even... It wouldn't even be glued to the cape wouldn't even be glued to the model. Because I would have sub-assembled this son of a bitch like I did with some of my Necrons.
You could use a lighter red, but then that kind of defeats the purpose, because if you're trying to lighten your red and you're using a lighter red to lighten it, why don't you just use the lighter red?
That's a good point.
I mean, unless you're trying to create a mid-tone between those two, but that's standard, creating a mid-tone between any two paints, so.
Dun, dun, dun. Me with my null menacer. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's too late before you've realised your mistakes, and you have to sort of work out a workaround.
I'm still pissed that I built my heavy destroyer with the wrong gun. And then
We
I
will
did
make
so
it work.
confidently too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks even more.
Where I was just like, I know which one's which. Based on everything that Necrons have looked like in the past, it's gotta be this one. I mean, I don't really need that much more anti-tank for my Necrons. I have plenty of anti-tank, but they're still arguably some of the best anti-tank in the game.
Yeah, this is going to need a
If
couple
you
of
build them with
coats.
the right combination.
For sure.
Yes and no, Sleety. Magnets are really nice when they work, And when everything's all said and done, during the process of actually putting magnets in place and actually creating the channels for them, and then making sure everything's in the correct alignment and nothing's backwards, and then you're going to inevitably put one side backwards on something, and it's a lot of extra work that I constantly struggle whether or not it's worth it. And so there's only very specific models that I magnetize.
Sometimes you've got to learn from harsh realities of the hood. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely moving into other models, I will do things differently. I think my problem was with this particular group of assembles, because I'm sure it'll be the same for some of the other characters that I've assembled as well, is I think I was just so excited at the time. Me and Felas were assembling these together on a co-stream, and I was just so excited to just chuck them together. I didn't realise how much of a pain in the arse
He
it
had
was
already
going to
put
be.
all of his together.
There was that as well. He'd put his together by the time I'd done like 2 models, and I was just like, how are you doing this? But apart from
We
that,
were like, okay, I'm going to get started on the second one. He's like, all right, there's my orcs finished.
I was like, sorry, what?
That shit was making me laugh.
Yeah, Felas was like, yeah, you talk to your chat too much. I was like, isn't that the whole point of streaming?
There's a middle ground to be had.
I know that he tends to focus more on the model building and painting, doesn't he, than the chat.
Yeah.
I'm probably the other way around. Yeah, I think he's doing better. He streamed the other day, didn't he?
Yeah, he was playing his Final Frontier game. I forget what it's called.
Yeah. He said he wasn't going to do Warhammer for a while.
And the burnout's real. I get that. I never shame anyone for getting burnout.
Yeah. I think that's... Don't get me wrong, I always say that I'd love to do this more. Because typically I only do it like once or twice a week. But then at the same time, when I look at how people get burnt out, it's kind of like probably a good thing in a way. Not that I won't get burnt out. Doesn't mean that doing it once a week doesn't mean you can't get burnt out, but I think it's less likely to happen.
And I think the other advantage that you have is you weren't afraid at the beginning to just get what looked cool to you, as opposed to, okay, I've done a bunch of research online and everybody says that you can waste a bunch of money, and so I like this one model, and so that means I have to buy like 6 other things for this army, and I'm going to be locked into this one army, and I know that's what I'm doing because I want this one model. You didn't really fall into that trap.
No, not at all.
And so as a result, you have a bunch of variety of shit that you can paint.
Oh yeah,
because as you
my first 10 boxes were they were all different things.
Yeah, it's very different painting a Necron to painting a Space Marine. Painting a Space Marine is very different than painting an Ork. Like they're completely different experiences, and so that helps mitigate that burnout a lot. That's one of the reasons I've ended up with so many armies, is because I just constantly have to bounce between the aesthetic of what it is that I'm working.
Sleep. I'm not sure actually. I think it might be X4, the game. Is it right? X4 or 4 times?
Oh yeah, X4. And Sleety, the things that I magnetize are A, it has to be easy to magnetize because I've done 1 or 2 things that were not easy to magnetize, and I'll never do that again. And B, it has to have a profound enough difference in weapon profiles that I want the ability to switch between the 2 of them on the fly. So the size of the model doesn't necessarily
I know people do it on Dreadnoughts
much.
quite a lot, don't they?
Yeah, so like Dreadnoughts are a good example. Actually, I didn't do mine on. I didn't do the Dreadnought. Or did I? Did I mag my Dreadnought? Hold on, let me grab my Dreadnought.
Yeah, I did see that a lot of people do the Dreadnoughts because you've got like multiple options, haven't you?
Never mind, I did mag my Dreadnought. So actually, that's a good example because there's such a difference between the plasma cannon and the onslaught cannon that now I can gear it for either anti-infantry or anti-tank, just depending on which list I'm going up against. it's usually the bigger models that'll have those real big distinctions, but not always. Trying to find an example of one that's smaller that I've magged. Oh, Warwalker. Warwalker's a great example. That's a relatively small model from the Eldar range. That's one that I made sure to mag out the guns because there's a lot of difference between the guns that it can carry, but it's not like a big tank or anything like that. It's almost, I think it's the size of the old Scout. Actually, I can check. Is it the size of the old Scout Sentinels?
I'm gonna need some more red.
It's a hair bigger than an old Armor Sentinel.
No, down. Did it to a Bane Blade to make the Octoblade. Took me 4 hours to get it right. Polarity and strength due to the interface from each other end in sprues for large panels. Are you guys... oh god. Down. Are you guys exist for the new Terminus boss in Space Marine 2? I haven't done it yet. I know Eddie plays a lot more Space Marine than I do, but we do have a games section in the Discord so that we can get groups of people together for games. I am terribly guilty of not being available for games because I normally have to pick between gaming or this. And at the moment, this always trumps gaming. But
unless he's come out in the last couple of days, I don't think he's actually out yet, but it should be the Chaos Terminator Sorcerer.
No, over there. No.
Sorry,
I was talking to my
I'm not
dog.
going to pretend like I'm excited for more Chaos missions, because they still have yet to fix the timing on the parry indicators for the Chaos Spawn. And I say that as someone who can parry Chaos Spawn, I still think it's really annoying that those timings are so off. So, until they fix very basic things like that, it's hard for me to get excited about any new Chaos mission. Which at this point I don't think they're going to fix.
Yeah, with Space Marine 3 very much in development now.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still very much working on that game, and there's still new stuff coming, but it's one of those things of, think about it from a business perspective. I can spend money developing this new thing that's going to keep my existing players happy and potentially bring in new players, or I can fix this problem that's already existed for 2 years and everybody's kind of gotten used to in order to satisfy a very, very small but very vocal minority. And it's not going to generate any new sales. So, yeah, most people are already living with it, and the vocal minority that can't live with it are already gone. So, I'll just continue to deal with the bitching and develop the thing that'll actually get me more sales.
Yeah. I personally, I'm the same as I don't mind the Chaos missions, but that's probably because I haven't played the game as much as you have. There isn't a particular set of missions that I have an issue with from an enemy point of view.
I would say Obelisk is the only one that I have like a quote unquote issue with, just like on its core, because it's very poor at communicating what it wants you to do and like how it functions. There's bad conveyance. That's the best way to put it. It has bad conveyance. I just particularly don't like how unfair of an experience for the player Chaos is compared to the Tyranids. The game is very, very well balanced for taking on Tyranids to where when you die, it's your own incompetence, and you feel and you know that every single time. You know, you never have that moment of, well, fuck. And you have that moment a lot with Chaos. So and I say that as someone who's adapted to how different Chaos is from the Tyranid missions. It's just, that's me being pragmatic and looking at it realistically.
Fair. Like I said, I haven't played the game enough. I'm obviously at endgame, as you know, because I've played endgame with you. But
and I still prefer PvP, and it's terrible. So I take everything I say with a grain of salt. I love PvP. That shit's hilarious. I've started
shit.
aura farming in the really one-sided matches.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, where if we just like if I join a room because there's no matchmaking, there's no balancing. It just fills the lobby, and whoever ends up wherever, like skill level, none of it matters. Um, and so you'll very often, well, I shouldn't say very often. I'll say about 30% of the time. About 30% of the time, you'll end up in situations where one team is like almost all max levels,
Yeah.
and the other team is almost all newbies.
Oh shit,
So
that's not fair.
you just kind of end up stomping them. And so anytime that happens and I find myself on that side where it's just, us destroying the other team level or whatever, regardless, I'll just start walking everywhere. I will not run and I will not sprint. I'll dodge roll if somebody starts shooting at me, but otherwise I just walk everywhere that I go, and it's
Really?
fucking hilarious. One, because it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. You can literally just walk around and people will just run by you because you're not like, even though you have a big red name over you, you're not moving fast enough for them to register in their brain, oh, this is something I need to kill. You just almost become part of the environment at that point.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's wild. It's fun. I've watched numerous guys just run by me perfectly well within their view, and I'm just walking up behind them just very casually.
That's insane. Ha!
And so it's really funny to do when you end up in those situations. And I'll sit there and so if like me and a teammate run up against one of the opponents, I won't shoot. I won't engage. I'll let them fight. Even if they're shooting me, I'll just start dodging until my teammate is dead. And then I'm like, oh, okay, now I can join the fight. Like, because you actually managed to kill him. But most of the time, they don't live. And I'm just like, okay, keep walking. I'm just sitting there watching fights.
Right, so Leon says that he loves Chaos missions. Rocket Terminators are the best. I haven't played in a while. So Aura Farm, got it from Hayden. You mentioned this the other day. It sounds funny as fuck. Also, players don't look up. Yeah, I've not played PvP. I've never played PvP at all. I've only played story and then operations and horde mode. Frankie also says burnout is why I have a few different armies and multiple projects going at the same time. Switch it up or don't even work on it. There will be something fun and interesting when I come back to it. Frankie, that is literally like nail on the head approach that I've had, in the sense of I started with Necrons, got bored of using the same 3 colours. Then I can't even remember what I did after that. I think I might have done some sponging. Then
Nids.
Then Orks. Now Space Marines. So yeah, I couldn't agree more with that approach. It's literally what I've done to a T. I have just realised the time as well, which sucks ass. With it being a school night, I need to be.
We wrap here.
I need to be off by 10 o'clock, which is in 9 minutes UK time.
Oh, okay.
Which sucks. Unfortunately, I did mention at the start of the stream that I wouldn't be streaming until like 1 o'clock, like I usually do. So I'm just cleaning up now.
It's okay. You got responsibilities.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got family responsibilities.
Besides, this was a bonus stream, anyways.
Yeah, and it was well worth the stream because 1,000 subscribers is something I didn't expect to hit for years, to be honest with you, let alone 6 months. But as I'm cleaning up, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you once again for helping me achieve 1,000 subscribers. The community that we've created with the likes of Eddie joining me tonight and Felas, who joins me other nights. 8 months ago I wasn't doing anything like this and I didn't know any of you guys. Now I spend most weeks with you. So I really do appreciate all of your time, all of your support, your likes, your comments, the fact that you subscribe, the fact that you spend 5 minutes with me or 5 hours with me on a weekly basis means the absolute world. Whether you're giving me advice on how to paint a mini or giving me an overview on a piece of lore, or whatever it may be, however you've contributed, a massive, massive, massive thank you. Really couldn't have done it without you. And we'll be back at the weekend for another stream. Most likely Saturday evening, only because I have a hospital appointment Saturday morning at like 8 o'clock in the morning, so I won't be able to do anything Friday night until late. So most likely Saturday. Most likely. I'll just read through some of your comments quickly before we shoot off. Good to know my watch keeps running fast. Looks like it needs a service. I enjoy Dark Tide more than Space Marine 2. A game I need to jump on at some point. I do own that game. 06 on top 2. Thank you as well. Thanks, Hayden. Remember the one time I had to solo 3 Carnifex whilst Dreadnought, whilst having fun to kill little ones. Thanks for making a welcoming environment for us too. Just finished watching your Bricky Legions video, and here you are. Sorry, Trevor MacGyver. If you have subscribed, we do stream once or twice a week. So get subscribed, and I'll be streaming again on Saturday. Thanks again, Sleety, as well, for donating this evening alongside Alderzone, and thank you, Frankie, for also becoming a member this evening. Much appreciated. Trevor Magaya, yes, Lowen is here. So if you've got friends, you know you're in the right place. There is a Discord as well, so feel free to jump in there. It's absolutely free. But yeah, guys, once again, thank you very much for coming along. It's much appreciated. Drop a like on the on the stream. Subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll catch you all on Saturday, unless I catch you in the Discord before then. But until then, take care, stay safe, and keep on painting, guys.